we're ready to get started here. All right. Welcome to the Portland Jigsaw Masters, everybody. Hope everybody's had a great time to this point. I'm Lane Weatherly with Portland Puzzle Company. Andrew is out there handing out some puzzles. We really appreciate everybody coming and turning out. It's phenomenal. It really is. It's a great opportunity to show off the city of Portland, which we're trying to claim, and I think we can, that Portland, we're calling it the Jigsaw Puzzle Capital of America. So, absolutely. So everybody hears that. So from this point on, when you think of the Jigsaw Capital, it's Portland, okay? A few things that I'd like to go over. Number one is that we have a raffle that is some people are coming around with some tickets, and we wanted to make sure that we had a charity that is involved in this, and we've got 4 really good prizes. It might be 4 or 5 really good prizes we're raffling off, and we'll do that at the end of this final for ALS Northwest. So we want to make sure that we do something really good and raise as much money as we can for them. They'll also have we've got a few of our artists and others for our puzzle fair. Once we end this, we've got some extra artists here that you might not have seen earlier, and we would love for you to go by and we want to show off some of our Portland artists. And a lot of them are artists that have been on our puzzles. So if you have a puzzle of one of them or they have their puzzles, they'll be glad to help tell you about it and sign it. And they're here to welcome you to the city. One other thing, bundles. We have for sale back there in the back. We've got every single competition puzzle that's being used this weekend, all 10 of them. So there's 5 from Portland Puzzle, 5 from Pomegranate, and the best part is you don't have to take it on your plane back home. We're going to ship everybody's out next week, so all in one, and free shipping. So just so you would like to time yourself against others, in an event you may not have been in, or if those of you on the live stream, you want to time yourself against what we have are the best puzzlers in North America, I think. So we got some really good, great competition. This is going to be an exciting final. A lot of great teams involved, and real briefly go through the rules. If you have a piece that falls on the floor, we're going to count down 5. The first puzzle that we have is a 300-piece puzzle. Then after that, we have a 1,000-piece puzzle. So the 300 piece is going to be first. Once you go through that, if you have a missing piece, please try and find it. If you don't find it, it's only a 10-second penalty, not a big deal. So once you complete the 300, we need you to take that 300 piece off, put it back in the box, and then reach down and grab your 1,000 piece puzzle, and you're underway with that. I think that's pretty much it. We're going to do. Anybody have any questions? One thing I do want to do is go through and share with you who all is here. We've got a quick group, but we want to make sure that we identify and recognize everybody. So if you hear your name, we need to hear you. Let's see here. Hot dog champs are here. speech language posologist Ann Claire, Susandra and Jesse Min. Blim is here. Peace out. Flipping pieces. Nom nom meow meows. Jigsaw jamboree. Random cuts. I put pants on for this. The bamboozlers. Bring you to pieces. Puzzling fun. Peacemakers. Squirrely puzzling. That's so Ravensburger. We come in pieces. Unfamiliar pieces. Pips and woes. Big puzzle energy. The BCBs. The TBDs. Queens of pieces. It looks like no-name puzzlers. Easy peasy. Getting jiggy with it. On the edge. Puzzle sharks. Peace Corps. Something original. The Delulus. WAP. Last minute ladies. An elephant in the broom. All right. Any last questions? Everybody ready? Okay, let's get ready for the countdown. For the team finals, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go!
It's so exciting.
And we're back with the team finals from the Portland Jigsaw Masters. We have just opened up the puzzle. Do you want to open it?
I do.
Okay, let's see. They're going to start. We're flipping it up a little bit. So today the teams are going to have to complete a 300 and 1,000 piece puzzle. They're actually going to be starting with the 300 piece puzzle. So they're going to be doing this beautiful Portland puzzle called Portland, I believe. And it is by a local artist, Kelsey Sweet, and it's this 300 piece puzzle. So we're getting our first look at it. And Brian, what do you think of this puzzle?
I'm doing the letters.
Yes, we have our letter specialist here. So if you've been with us for any of the other live streams through now, you probably have heard us talk about, people really specialize in different things. And Brian's a letter specialist. Every time we puzzle together, he always picks out the letters and starts with those letters. And we, we'll see how these teams do. One of the things that we have talked about a lot with these teams is how will they do with 8 arms and 300 pieces? That is not very many pieces and a lot of arms. So will be very interesting to see how they do. I think we have some really powerhouse teams here today in this team finals event. Should be super fun. That's a little bit better shot of the puzzle here. Not quite so much of a glare on it compared to what we had before. Really beautiful puzzle. I think this puzzle is going to go super, super fast for these teams.
This one's very pretty.
I think this could be what do you think, 15, 20 minutes?
I am saying, 15. I think you can break it down into very easy to do sections. I think they actually picked a really nice puzzle to do for teams. So the top part has the letters and then the very distinct blue-white section with the mountain, the cityscape, and probably the more difficult section would be the roses, but so you can kind of see here the teams are sorting in those general directions.
Yes, so right now we are looking at, let's see this team name here. This is Peace Out. And I was talking to them a little bit earlier. They actually made their shirts. So one of the really fun things about these team events, you get really fun names like Peace Out and really fun costumes, uniforms, whatever you want to call them, matching shirts. They actually made these shirts using a tie-dye method, a special tie-dye method to make those puzzle piece patterns on their shirts. How cool is that?
That's super creative.
Yeah. So this is Janelle Christensen, Marsha Pendleton, Shannon Gray, and Zenaida Beckham.
And shout out to the Reuter sisters. They
Yeah.
They cut apart their Jigsaw JPA T-shirts and turned them into hoodies. That was so creative.
Yeah, for sure. So we've actually seen these ladies puzzle already in prior events. So they've come together as a team now, and yeah, super fun. Yeah, we
Oh,
see
there they
some-
go. They have. I see the letters coming
Yeah,
together. That's
letters
all
coming
me.
together there. Here's another fun name, Pips and Woes. So we have Kristen, Danny, Doug, and Lily here. And they have some cardboard they're using as sorting trays. So they're able to sort a little bit and maybe move some stuff around and get some stuff out of the way when you have so few pieces and so many arms and hands. And yeah.
Yeah, that actually might work for this. I think if someone's doing one piece off to the side, having a piece of cardboard or something you can slide it onto to piece it together, that might work. We're going to see. Oh, they got this team. They have.
This is That's So Ravensburger. So we're actually seeing
nice.
in the bottom right of your screen, we're seeing Arena. She came in first in the heat yesterday. And she's actually the one I was talking about with her nails in the previous live
Oh,
stream.
no way. Oh, so cool.
Yeah, you can actually see on her ring fingernail her pink puzzle piece on top of the red.
I do see. That's so cute.
Yeah, so they're starting with, looks like she's putting together the border, and then other team members are taking out separate sections that are very distinct and putting them together. And then they're probably going to come together at the end and put that whole puzzle together as one with all those different sections. So that seems like a pretty good strategy to employ when there's so many so many people working on such a small space.
Yeah.
Here we have Penny Can. So looks like a 3-person team. So one fewer person to get into the mix. So they're in there and
May work to their advantage in this
on
smaller puzzle.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Maybe a little more challenging when we get to the 1,000-piece puzzle, which will the team. So the way it works in the team final is they'll complete the puzzle, they'll complete the 300-piece puzzle, and then they'll get the opportunity to pull out the next puzzle, which will be a 1,000-piece puzzle, and then they'll start doing that puzzle. Here we're looking at On the Edge. McKenna, Mary, Natalie, and Lisa. Looks like they also took the approach of one person doing the border and others doing the different distinct sections. Seems to be pretty popular. And oh my goodness, I can see up from where I'm sitting at table 3, they're just rocking and rolling already. They have the whole top, they have that top quarter. They are just flying through this puzzle.
And that team you're
pretty
referring
impressive.
to is one of the powerhouses.
Yes.
It was
Yes. So
the-
we have a couple of powerhouses this round. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're good. That's the duo, Susanna and Andrea, and then Jessa and Min, both winners in
Yeah.
the duos.
So yeah, Susanna and Andrea, they won the second heat of the duos today. And then Jessa and Min won the first heat yesterday. So they have teamed up, and that's them right now.
Yeah, this is the
they
team we were
formed
talking about.
a powerhouse team right here, and you can see how quickly they've put this puzzle together. And it's really coming together so fast compared to some of those other teams that we were looking at before.
And they have kind of divided it up, like I think we kind of guessed in the beginning. They did the letters and then the mountain, and then there's 2 of them working on the flower part there. It is wild seeing so many hands in such a small little space.
Yep, for sure.
And back over here, table
Glim.
4.
Yeah, so this is also some competitors we just saw in the prior heat in the duos. So it's
Oh,
a
they're
local
doing
team.
good.
Yeah, they're doing great. This is a local team. I think these 4 actually have been competing together in local team events quite a bit. So it's Beatrice Endler, Larissa, Aaron, and Mary. And they are all, I believe, all moving on in duos and an individual to the finals. Don't quote me on that. I don't have my cheat sheet in front of me.
It would make sense. They're flying through this. It's pretty impressive how fast they're getting this together.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to see how the energy changes once people start finishing the 300-piece puzzle. because there's definitely going to be some commotion, and it may drive me a little crazy.
Yep. Wow, and we've already had a team finish. So that is a powerhouse team. Wow, that is amazing. That is the powerhouse team of Sarah Schuler, Kathy, and Jean Reuter, and Becca Taylor. So actually, was it only three of them?
That's like cheating.
Oh, there's
no,
Becca. I was like, wait, where'd she go?
Yeah.
And she was actually, there we go. There's the 1,000 piece. So we'll pull that out in just a minute and give y'all a look at that. And wow, that was amazing. So they completed that in 8 minutes.
That's so fast.
That is so fast. So fast. And they have no name. So they I don't think they've ever competed together as a team.
No, they haven't.
And so they had no name. They just all came together, and that was one of those powerhouse teams to watch.
And this was the other powerhouse team we were talking about, watching them. They're coming to the end of the pieces now.
So since we do have one team that's already moved on to the 1,000 piece, do you want to take a quick look? I know our viewers just got a little glance at what that 1,000 piece
Sure,
looks
open
like,
it up.
but-
You get the surprise this time.
Okay, so this is a beautiful puzzle, but oh my gosh, it looks difficult. So this is a 1,000 piece pomegranate puzzle, and it is by artist Carlos Gomez. And while we were speaking, that is Susanna, Andrea, Jessa, and Min finishing their 300 piece. But this 1,000 piece puzzle by artist Carlos Gomez de Francisco, this is a pomegranate puzzle, and the title is Girl with Pink Flamingo. So it's a girl with a pink
Makes
flamingo,
sense.
very, very literal. And it's a lot of black, which is incredibly challenging. So it'll be interesting to see how long it takes these teams to complete this puzzle and what kind of strategy they employ to do it.
So here's actually the complete puzzle. As we noticed in the previous heats, when everyone was doing pomegranate with the new boxes, it actually rolls over to the top. So I'll be very interested to see how many teams lay out the puzzle like this so that they can see this full part of the image versus the front part.
Yep, and here we have Blim again, and they're getting close to finishing this 300-piece puzzle as well. Yes, it's great. So going much faster than I could have predicted even.
Very fast.
Great. And we now have the artist of this 300-piece puzzle joining us.
Hi.
Kelsey
Hi.
Sweet. So thanks so much for being here with
Thank
us.
you for having me.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about your artwork?
Yeah, so I made this design a few years ago. It was based off my love of the International Rose Test Garden in Portland. It's my favorite spot in the city. I love the peacefulness and how gorgeous the city looks at sunset. I just thought, as I was walking around, man, this would make a gorgeous travel postcard. And then I got connected with the Portland Puzzle Company, and we made it into a puzzle. And it's so cool to see
Everyone completing it, I can tell.
Yeah,
you're
I'm so
super
excited. Yeah, it's so cool to see
It's
people
so fun.
experience my art in this way. So
It's such a pretty
Yeah.
image. You did so great.
it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's
you-
kind of sad to see them
Put it away immediately. I know, and they have to move on.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched people actually complete the puzzle?
No, I haven't.
No.
This is, especially at this size, it's super cool.
Super fun. Oh wow.
Oh.
We have another team.
Another team.
And there we have another powerhouse
Oh,
team
they
completing
found-
that. So Ravensburger. So they're going to be moving on to their 1,000 piece.
Wow.
So we have
They're
had-
folding it up with love.
Yeah, it's very
They'll
sweet.
come back to it. Someone will do it again. So that's 4 teams now that have completed this first puzzle within 12 minutes. Wow.
It's so
That's
impressive.
yeah,
Yeah.
very, very impressive. So do you have any other of your art that's been made into a puzzle, or is this the
This
only
is
one?
my first.
This is your
Oh,
first.
cool.
First one, and now I'm addicted. I want to see.
This is your first, and it's in a puzzling competition.
Yes.
Congrats.
Yeah, I know. Very
Home
lucky.
run
Yeah.
on your first one. That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought with the colors and the different flowers, I thought it would be a good puzzle. So now, yeah, I just want to see it on everything.
What kind of technique do you use to create your art?
That's a good question. I do it digitally, so I do everything on my iPad. I sketch everything out first, and then I try to choose colors that are really vibrant and fun, and yeah.
And that team that just finished, that is Random Cuts. So another, team to watch.
Yeah.
So we have quite a few teams here so far. I think that's 5
And that
now.
was with Kelly, Minty Fizz.
Yes, Kelly is in there. There's quite a few puzzlers in there who are going to be moving on to the finals in duos and individuals. So really,
So you
really
said
good
this is your
puzzlers.
first image made into a puzzle.
Yeah.
Are you working on a second?
Not yet,
Okay.
but
Do you
I'm going to now.
Like now that
You
you're
have
watching
to.
people put together
Yeah.
it as a puzzle, do you think that there's specific things that you have to do for your art that would make a good puzzle versus,
Yeah.
maybe not so great of a puzzle?
I will say when I first did the design, I wasn't planning on making it into a puzzle, so I did tweak it a little bit because I thought, like, the original florals were all one color. I thought that's probably going to be a nightmare. So I did tweak it a little bit. I added the sunset and the clouds so it would work well as a puzzle. But I kind of love that, like thinking about what would be more challenging or what would be easier. And
You were very kind to the puzzlers. You made it it looked like a very fun puzzle to me.
Yeah.
I would puzzle your puzzle. It looks good.
I've done the 1,000-piece myself, and so there was a couple parts that I thought were a little bit challenging. So to see people complete it so fast it's next level.
That's cool. So you puzzled your own puzzle,
Yeah.
and so you probably learned a lot of like what was good and what
Yes.
was bad. That's
Yep,
awesome.
exactly.
That's really cool.
Just had 2 more teams complete the puzzle, and they'll be moving on to that 1,000-piece puzzle.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you did the 1,000-piece, so it comes in various piece counts for those watching?
Yeah. I have the 1,000-piece that I sell myself, and then we turned that one into the 300-piece for the competition today.
Cool.
Great.
So,
Great.
yeah.
So if people want to check out more of your art or maybe purchase the 1,000-piece puzzle, where can they go?
Yeah, I have an Etsy. It's called Kelsey Sweet Design. I also have a vendor booth over here today. Yeah, hopefully I'll have a lot more puzzles in the future because this is just so exciting.
So you said you have a booth here.
Yep, I have a
So
booth here.
everyone listening, come stop in and see Kelsey at her booth.
If you're in Portland, come on down to Avenue. It's really awesome. So in addition to being able to check out the event live, we actually have a lot of artists in here today, and they have booths set up so you can come and check out and get their art and also meet them, which is really cool. And that's Kelsey Sweet, Kelsey, Sweet, like candy.
Yep, exactly.
And they can find you on Etsy. What about Instagram?
I do have an Instagram. It's the same Kelsey Sweet Design as well.
Oh, cool. Okay, so at Kelsey Sweet Designs on the Instagram.
Awesome. Thanks for joining
yeah,
us.
Thank you so much.
Yep, thanks.
Okay, so we have some of these teams now who have moved on to this 1,000-piece puzzle. We have quite a few
Look at her
more
hair clip.
finishing.
I love the accessory.
Look at that puzzle clip. That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, that's so great.
You won't catch me with any of those.
No, unfortunately.
Hair,
That's great. You rock the bald, though.
not had hair for 20 years, so yay.
Yeah. Lots of these teams are just rocking through this 300-piece.
And you'll see all of them. The last bit that they're completing is that harder part, which is the flowers. Oh, there's another team.
Oh, yeah, that's We Come in Pieces. Our friend Joyce is in that team.
Yay! Congrats to Joyce.
So they'll be moving on to that next puzzle.
And it's very kind of Kelsey to switch up the colors on the flowers. It definitely made it probably a bit easier for everyone to puzzle. I do think she nailed it for her first puzzle. She did really good. It's a very fun puzzle. It looks a very fun puzzle to
Yeah,
puzzle.
I think it's a puzzle that I would love to do.
I agree.
I think we would have fun doing this one together, actually. It's got the letters, so you could do the letters and be great.
And then watch you do the rest.
I could do the rest.
That's how it goes. Yeah.
No, I think it would be really fun. We might have to pick one up as a memory and
Absolutely.
of this trip.
Oh, nice. And nailed it.
And so if you're joining us and it's your first time joining us in the live stream, this is the Portland Jigsaw Masters. And you may be wondering, what is the Portland Jigsaw Masters?
Tell me.
You don't know?
I heard about this.
Yeah.
Lane contacted us back in January and said, I want to put on a puzzling event. And I said, I'm in. And yeah, it's put on by Lane Weatherly and his son, Andrew. They also own the Portland Jigsaw Company, and they were doing some smaller events inside their warehouse. And that idea and their love for putting on events and hanging out with puzzlers led to them starting the Portland Jigsaw Masters.
Yeah, so they teamed up with fellow Portland puzzle company Pomegranate Puzzles and started Portland Jigsaw Masters. And now, because of the work of Lane and Andrew, really, and they've been hosting these weekly speed puzzling events, Portland has become a bit of a hub in the puzzling world.
Yep.
And so it's been really fun to see all of these puzzlers come together. We don't just have Oregon puzzlers here, we have puzzlers from across the country today.
Yes.
So it's really fun. And we just saw our friend and fellow commentator Rob Shields, his team just completed their 300-piece puzzle and moved on to the 1,000-piece.
It's wild. We can see out on the field, and teams are just finishing one after another, and it's so fun to see. But one thing to touch on with the competition, shout out to Pomegranate for their excellent design skills. They did almost all of the designs that you see for the Portland Jigsaw Masters. So the step and repeat design, the logo, it's really cool. And
their design team really knocked it out of the park.
Come in person, check it out, take some photos. It's fun to see in person.
Yeah, and it's a really fun event. Unlike some of the puzzle competitions we've attended in the past that are wonderful, nothing to take away from them, but it's very quiet. This is just a very different vibe because there's music playing, it's very lively, it's very loud, so it's making for a very different vibe.
Agreed. I didn't know what to think of it, but I do like the music in the background makes it,
We're also not competing,
so it's easier.
It's easy for us to sit up here and say we like the music. We're getting to just rock out and watch and observe. But it's pretty fun. And from most of the competitors that I've talked to, it seems like either they are enjoying it, or if they don't really like it, they put in noise-canceling headphones.
Yes, I've seen some of those. Yes. Much like you do to me when I'm trying to communicate with you at home.
Maybe sometimes.
Oh, look, I like this inventive box top holder. Just put your water bottle. Yeah.
What happens when he gets thirsty?
You're a speed puzzler. You don't drink until you're done.
Here we got Easy Peasy.
Oh, that's a cute one.
Yeah.
I like that name.
Oh, they're doing what I hate, though, when they put the pieces on top of the puzzle.
It does make it hard to find.
Oh, they start to blend in.
I think they need to shape sort. If I've learned anything, at this point when you start hunting and pecking, that's the time to do the shape sorting. But the fun thing about puzzling is you can do it however you want.
Yep. Everyone has their own strategy and what works for them. The one thing I would say is you probably shouldn't try something brand new during a competition, but what do I know? Again,
we have
casual puzzlers.
We have seen two teams get formed today, and they
True.
finished the 300-piece puzzle first, so they're trying something new. Sometimes it works.
Very true.
It's hard to tell exactly which team this is, but they are wrapping up, and she just moved all the pieces on top of the puzzle, like you said you didn't like. So now, yes.
Got it done.
On to the next one. And folding up the puzzle is done at a love, it's at a speed to move on to the next one as fast as possible. Back to Pips and Woes.
Pips and woes. I wonder if you're really, trying to go super fast in one of these team competitions, I wonder if they would ever just bring a piece of cardboard or something, poster board, and then rather than taking the time to try to, fold it up and put it away, just slide it onto cardboard and put it on the floor.
That's a very interesting strategy.
Seems like that would maybe save some time.
It might work, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen that yet, so maybe not. But
maybe you're a first mover on that idea.
Throwing out all the ideas here. Listen live for more tips from the armchair speed puzzler. Okay.
You may not be a speed puzzler, but you're definitely a puzzler.
I am a puzzler. I've been puzzling as long as I can remember with my mom and
Yep.
my sister. So yes,
And you were actually the one that gave us the idea to start completing the puzzle.
that is true. That
Yes.
is true. Yes, I did. Mainly out of my complete hatred of waste, and I hate not reusing things. And yeah, I mean, it's so frustrating to me. I was getting so sick of seeing all those puzzles pile up and having that puzzle that you got me from that trip just sit there after we only did it one time. So sad.
Yep. It broke your heart. You said
Broke
it was
my
such a
heart.
pretty puzzle and you didn't want to see it sit on the shelf, so you wanted to rent these.
Yep.
And then the idea was born.
It was born. I was actually shocked that there wasn't already a puzzle rental subscription service out there. But it's
Your idea. We made it happen. That would be so nerve-wracking. Once you're finished with the puzzle, you're just trying to get it off your table as soon as possible.
I know. And there's like pieces on the ground and
Yeah.
it
All right, puzzle and fun. And speaking of fun shirts and getting creative, I love this holographic shirt with the text and everything they have going. These shirts are pretty awesome.
Yeah, and just one thing I don't think we've mentioned so far. So all of the other events so far have only been 2 hours. This one's actually 2.5 hours.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I should have maybe given you a heads up before you agreed to sit down and
I'm going to need a
co-commentate.
bathroom break.
But yeah, this one's actually going to be 2.5 hours. So these teams have 2.5 hours to complete the 300 piece and then this 1,000 piece puzzle. So they have a little bit longer than what they've had previous rounds. So we'll see. Sorry. The fun of live stream. But we will see how many of these teams end up getting through both puzzles all the way. So yeah, it's
So right there, you could see Sarah and Becca working together. Sarah was passing pieces to Becca. So from talking earlier to some of the puzzlers, they'll actually communicate with each other and say which section they're working on. And if someone finds a piece from a different section, they'll pass to each other. So you see again there, Sarah passing the pieces over to one of the Reuter sisters. It's kind of a good way for them to all work together. Yeah, it looks like they're just breaking apart different pieces. It looked like we had some shape sorting going on in the 1,000 piece already. That's pretty early. That black section must be looking pretty hard. And Pips and Woes, yes, congratulations.
yeah, they're moving on to that 1,000 piece. They're probably gonna be feeling a little low when they open up that bag. I feel like this 1,000 piece puzzle is incredibly difficult, but we will see. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of art.
Oh,
I love looking at it. I would hang it in my house. Just don't know how fast I could puzzle it.
We're not pros, so it'd be hard for us, but it is a very pretty piece of art.
So, looking at the puzzle, where would you start, Brian? I know we're not pros, so we'll probably have people on the live stream following along and chatting in and totally slamming us for whatever we say. But where would you start?
I think I'd start with the sunglasses.
Okay.
The sunglasses,
Solid.
the lips. Yeah, I think it's hard to really tell in this light, but the face may be a different color than the background, so I may try to get the face done too. And I would definitely put someone on the black. I would try to get them to sort the black in the shirt against the black in the hair.
Ooh. Yeah, because there's texture in the hair.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that might be possible.
You see the
and
texture?
then the flamingo, someone's got to just take one for the team and do the flamingos, because that
Yeah.
looks pretty hard. As talking to the Reuter sisters, it kind of has that paintbrush feel to it, so
Yes.
it makes it a little harder.
Yes.
So I could definitely see that being something that you want to put one person on.
It has a little bit more straight edges, though, than we've seen in some of the previous, or actually a lot more straight edges than what we've seen in some of the previous puzzles. So
But
I
this
think it
one's
does give more
1,000.
definition. Very true. I do think the border is something you could start with on this one. So
Oh, I forgot the border.
Yeah, because even though there's a lot of brown in the bottom, there are designs and lines. So I do feel like that's a place where you could, could actually still put it together, even though there's a lot of different colors. And that's what we're seeing. So it looks like Arena is the border specialist on this team.
Yep.
She did the border on the 300 piece for the team as well, and now she's doing it again here.
Looks
like
like
they have
there's
two
two,
of them.
yeah.
Two of them working together on the border here.
Oh, looks like they found that piece connects.
Yep. Oh, and they've got the border. Looks like almost all
Yep.
put together.
Oh, yeah.
Quite a bit.
It looks like there's someone
Yep.
working on the
Oh, on the brown skirt, actually.
on the skirt
Yeah.
part. Oh yeah, I actually missed that. That would be
Yep.
a good.
Rachel is working on the brown skirt. It looks
That'd
like
be a good place
Yeah.
to start.
Yep. Yep. And we see passing of the pieces over. We've talked about that before. Talked about it quite a bit in duos. How when they're working and they see something that maybe someone else is working on, they'll pass the piece over to that person. But
Yeah, it's going to come down to
oh.
which team can work best together. I
Yep.
think.
And there we see they have like a makeshift tray, the cardboard with all the pieces on it. So they put all of, I can't tell exactly what that is, but it looks like now Arena is going to work through that section on top of that tray, and then they'll place it later.
That may be that center part to the piece
Oh,
of clothing.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Oh no, it is hard to tell.
Yeah. But that's definitely a strategy that we do see where they,
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It does
Yeah.
look like the centerpiece to the shirt.
yep. And shout out to the AV team here. They are just so spot on. It's like we ask and we shall receive.
Someone's listening.
Someone
It's
is
like they're
listening
in
to
my
our
head.
every need.
It's so nice.
Like, you can't see? Okay, well, we'll just zoom in for you, give you a better view.
Yeah, shout out to the Avenue in Portland. Google it; it pops up first, and come by, see it in person. And here's back to We Come in Peace. Joyce Yu in the Everyday I'm Puzzling, blue on blue. Loving her earrings too. Oh,
Yeah,
everyone's
we have a lot of subs on this team. We
Yeah.
had some people have to withdraw due to illness and some other things, and so we have Joyce, Chloe, Annalie, and Stephanie. So all pulling together, and
Yep.
a lot of people puzzling together who maybe don't usually puzzle together. So we'll see how they do.
And you can see on their card how 3 people got removed and penciled in a few.
That's okay. That's also part of the puzzle community we've talked about so much, right? So, they find each other and they all come together and
They're
They
each
puzzle
other's
together.
missing piece.
oh,
They complete each other's puzzles.
we're back
Oh,
on.
wow.
Oh, look, they're making
They're
really
making
nice progress.
significant progress.
Yeah.
This is wow.
So we're back on Sasandria Jessamine.
Yeah,
Is
this
their
is
actual
TBD.
team name? No,
Oh,
that's-
they have a name
Yes,
now?
No, that's their team name is Susandra. I can't say it. It's really a tongue twister.
Susandra?
Susandria Jessamine is their
I see.
is their team
They
name.
combine the names.
Yes. It's very difficult to say. I apologize.
I like men's pants. It's cute.
Yes, those are great. All the puzzle clothing is so fun. But yeah, they're making really great progress as we go through here.
Jessa is doing what she said she doesn't like doing, though. She's solving the puzzle inside the puzzle. I wonder.
There's
if-
only so much space though
Yeah.
with one 1,000-piece puzzle. You have so many pieces, and
there's
2
4
with
people.
4 people.
Yeah.
So it does make it pretty challenging. You only have so much space to work in.
Yep. That makes sense.
We're
And
back over on Team TBD, and
they've made a lot of progress on the bottom. It looks like that was the strategy for this one. Is everyone's doing the border and the bottom part of the
Yep.
dress. That dress must have really stuck out to everyone because we could see so many of the teams sorting and going
Yep.
after that part first.
Yep. And here we have flipping pieces, and they have been flipping pieces to get to this these nice sorted piles.
They've flipped all those pieces over.
Yep. They've got them sorted into these nice piles now, and can continue puzzling.
Yeah, I like their strategy here. They spent a significant amount of time spreading everything out, and see, they did the mouth with the lips. I said, like, that's definitely something easy to just pick out and assemble together. And again, because the rules are you need at least 3 connected, looks like that's a section of maybe 6. So that actually counts as being assembled. So
Yep. Even if they never get it into the puzzle, it's done.
Exactly. So when it comes to time, if they haven't finished, that actually counts towards them completing that puzzle. No pun intended. You got that was a little
pun
delayed
intended.
pun
Yeah.
catch. Oh, I'm punny. I'll be here all day.
You're so punny.
Here we go. Team Penny Can.
Penny can, yep.
Yes.
3-person team.
Yep.
They're flipping pieces still.
Yep.
Man, that's one of the things that I hate doing when you first open that puzzle. Flipping all the pieces.
Yeah.
That's
And-
probably my least favorite part of puzzling.
Agreed.
I like that less than I even like sorting. Sorting I can do. The flipping pieces, not fun.
When we're at home, you do it all, so I appreciate you doing. I loved helping out once you have it pre-sorted into trays.
Oh, I know. I know. We'll call you Prince Brian. Oh, and here we have Blem. They're making some nice progress too. It looks like they have nice sort done. They also have the mouth, as you mentioned, those lips, and they have some decent sections put together already, actually. You
Yep.
can see.
You can, and you can see the sections of the border they have done, and it looks like they have pulled out some of the sunglass pieces, and also some more of that gold in the chair. It looks like that's something that everyone's going to hit on to try to like complete on the side. Yeah, there's the mouth. Again, shout out AV team, thank you. Yeah, there's parts of that gold chair that you'll see here on the side, on this
Yep.
side here. They're definitely spacing out some of that gold and the mouth.
Yeah, and they have quite a few collection of pieces already put together. So you might see a point where they start just snapping in sections together real quick.
They might, yeah. So with this team in particular, it's kind of hard to tell exactly how much they have completed since it's all in different sections, but they're looking pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, they really might get to a point where it just starts moving much faster. It's kind of deceptively not done so far.
Correct.
Yeah.
But they've done a lot, yeah.
So a little bit about the artist of this particular puzzle, Carlos Gomez de Francisco. So he's actually a Cuban-born artist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he was born in 1987, so he's actually younger than either of us.
Oh, very true. Thank you for calling out how old I am.
Yeah. Thought I'd just throw that in there. Hey,
You're older
called
than
out-
me.
I know. I was going to say I called out how old I am at the same time. And he moved to the United States. So he moved to the United States from Cuba, and he has developed a unique artistic voice that bridges his Cuban heritage and his experiences in the U.S. So he's really using, his culture and all of his experiences to create his art. And his work spans various media, including painting, drawing, and digital art. So Kelsey was talking about how she does everything, digitally on her iPad, and I think it's, really interesting to see how artists are starting to use, use technology and blend that with the more traditional art mediums.
Yep. Here's Kelly Minty Fizz.
And their art is characterized by its surreal and fantastical elements, often featuring exaggerated figures, rich textures, and vibrant colors. And I think you can really see that here. So the girl is really like exaggerated, and she seems kind of fantastical in this room with all these flamingos, and she's wearing these fabulous sunglasses and just like kind of staring at you. I mean,
Yes.
why are you laughing at me?
No, you're doing a great job of describing the puzzle. I'm digging your energy.
Yeah, I mean, I love this work of art. I would 100% love to have it. I just wouldn't want to puzzle it. It looks incredibly difficult.
No, it looks fantastic. It looks.
I can't wait
Looks
actually
great.
to talk to the teams who complete it and hear
Yeah.
what they have to say, because obviously they're much more expert puzzlers than I am.
And they just experienced it
Yes.
after a 300-piece puzzle and then
Yeah.
a 1,000-piece.
Yeah, and just understand, how did they experience putting together this particular puzzle. I
love-
do think one of the things, they mentioned the rich textures in the art, and you can really feel that. So it might be difficult to see right now on screen watching this at home, but I think once the puzzle starts to get put together a little bit more, you'll start to be able to see it in the puzzle. But we can see it on the box, like in her hair, in the texture of the feathers on the birds, even in, it looks like very luxurious fabric on her clothing. You can see like that texture, which actually really does help. So it might be actually super fun to put together, because you start to see the texture in the pieces. So even though there's maybe a lot of black or something like that, it starts to be differentiated in those pieces. And another nice thing about the pomegranate pieces are they are different shapes, so that's helpful too. I'm sure we'll see a lot of shape sorting as we get down.
Definitely.
What do you think?
I think so too. I think, especially with the black, without looking at the actual puzzle pieces themselves, I would guess that they're going to piece sort the black. I think we already saw one team start piece sorting the black. That's so Ravensburger. Yeah, so dividing off and doing different parts of the puzzle. That last team we saw, they put together the lips as well. It's I think as the teams are going, they're finding those specific colors that just pop out and placing them together. And again, those count as completed parts to the puzzle as long as it's 3 or more pieces that are interconnected correctly. No no faking the fits here. Yeah, so this is Team Peace Out, Table 5. They're actually right in front of us. Yeah, it's fun. They're making some good progress here.
Yeah, they're, and that's a great view. So we can see all these tables here. You can see all the teams, these fun shirts, the team shirts, and we'll call them uniforms.
So the one thing to note is with the 300 piece, everyone was standing up, and it's more than half are all sitting down. I think they know it's a long haul coming up, and they're trying to save their backs.
Yeah. Got to conserve a little bit in
Yep.
there.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Not a sprint.
These black sorting trays, it look pretty interesting. Having the black probably makes some of the more pink colors pop out.
What do you think about the black, though, with all the black pieces?
I don't know. It may help, may hurt. If it's all black on the background, it actually may make some of the non-actual black pieces stand out. So right there, you can see some of them are a bit off black.
Yeah.
And it actually may stick out more. So
That's a great point.
this might
Yeah.
be some new pro tip that we've uncovered. Maybe you need some white
And black.
boards and black boards to prep for whatever color is most prominent in the puzzle.
Say that 3 times fast.
Oh, I was concentrating very hard not
Yeah.
to mess that one up.
So we're looking at the speech language puzzleologist. Say that 3 times fast. And Claire. So I guess Claire is not the speech language puzzleologist.
All right, we got to talk to them and figure out that they really all are speech pathologists.
And now we're looking at the peacemakers over here.
I like the shirt too. It's a heartbeat with puzzle and coffee. So
I mean,
Ca-
that's what's keeping me going right now. It's
Caffeinate your
literally just
puzzle addiction.
puzzling and coffee.
yes,
It's
I could
keeping
use
me
some
running.
more coffee.
I don't think you finished your coffee from earlier, did you?
I don't know.
Yeah. So Brian actually flew to Portland this morning all the way from Baltimore, which is 3 hours ahead. So it's already 6:45. He's been up since very early this morning to join us here in Portland.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're
Happy to be
I'm
here.
so glad you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flight got a little delayed, but I made it about 10 minutes before we were going on stage. So no time to prep, but it's easy. Everyone here is so fun, and like just going back to the community, everyone's so welcoming, and it just makes commentating and working with all these different puzzle companies and everyone's so easy. And see, again, pointing out on the left side of the screen, I know it's a little pedantic at this point, but there's the mouth piece that everyone has finished. Again, that counts as a completed part of the puzzle because it's 3 or more pieces interconnected. So if the time were to stop now, they would actually count as being completed. And so good on them for connecting those easy to see spots and get them out of the way. It comes in real handy if time does come out. How are we doing? You checking out the live stream?
Yeah.
On the live stream.
Yeah, we have some people joining us,
Nice.
watching. Hope they're enjoying this. We've got, let's see, oh my gosh, making me do math. It is an hour 45 to go.
Correct.
Yeah,
Hour 45
just over
left.
an hour 45 to go. So, yeah, we've got a little ways to go. I mean, I think that this is going to be challenging for quite a few of these teams actually to finish this puzzle.
I think so too.
Yeah.
That team was big puzzle energy. I think the teams are going to have to bring that big puzzle energy to complete this puzzle.
I love this team name. I put pants on for this? Question mark?
And as the contestant standing is wearing some shorter shorts. Pun was probably intended on that one.
This team is there's some locals on this, so and then we also know a casual puzzler, Emily Frost. She's on this team, so we have a little mix going on here. Yeah,
No, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, casual puzzler on YouTube and the Puzzlegram, also Instagram, but if you're in the mix with all the puzzlers, we just call it the Puzzlegram.
What else would you use Instagram for?
Watching videos of cats.
Oh, yes. Yes, that is the other thing.
And Yorkies.
And dogs, yeah, and Yorkies.
Just Yorkies.
Yeah.
So our business completing the puzzle, our mascot, if you sign up, you get a lot of emails from our mascot, who is our dog, Astro. And we gave him the last name of Puzzler. So Astro Puzzler is quite popular amongst our members. He's doesn't help out. He just gets in the way, but he's fun to share with our members and all his fun antics.
Yes, he is a very good boy, as I remind him all the time, even when he's maybe not a good boy. But he's still a good boy in our hearts. And he is very much missed right now. He's back in Texas with our family. And he's getting all the cuddles. He probably doesn't even want us to come home. We got pictures earlier.
He's
and
spoiled.
He is totally spoiled.
And here's, again, like that mouthpiece is done, and now they're just trying to piece together some of those easier to do spots. So you see...
Oh, yep. Look, it's almost the entire middle
that
shirt
part's
piece
done.
is almost
Yep.
done. Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
So, Brian, I didn't even get a chance to share this with you, but my mom was doing a puzzle earlier, and Astro had jumped up on the chair next to her, and my mom's petting him with one hand and puzzling with the other
Aw.
hand. I would not recommend that for speed puzzling. I don't think that would be a great strategy, but it definitely works for casual puzzling, and it makes your dog very happy.
Sounds very calming and relaxing.
Yes, definitely lowers that heart rate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and look, it looks like Becca's working on that black part that I was kind of talking about with the hair.
Oh, yeah.
My guess is that hair is a slightly different color, black with the texture, than the black that's in the clothing.
Yep.
So that probably is why she chose to go after that black part. they're missing one little edge piece there, but I'm sure they're fine as they go on. This is one thing that always amazes me is some of these pros that come in the top 3, they don't always go after the edges first. So they'll go after like strong, bold colors and then kind of fill in the edges later. So you'll see here they have the edges where it kind of makes sense to them, and then they fill it in later. It's just so interesting.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that everyone that we've talked to who speed puzzles a lot says, like, you have to be willing to abandon something if it's not working, if you can't find the piece right away. So, for example...
Oh, look, they have a big part connecting.
I love it when that happens.
Oh,
That's
so
the best
satisfying.
feeling. That's just the best feeling.
Yeah.
But you really do have to be willing to abandon. So, Becca, rather than continue to search for that one, edge piece that may not be immediately available to her, she's moved on and is just doing other things, which is what you have to do in speed puzzling. For me, if I'm doing a casual puzzle at home by myself, I might sit there and search
Oh, that's
for
me
that
completely.
border piece. Yeah.
I gotta find that missing piece.
Oh, look at how well this is coming together. Wow, this team is flying through, y'all.
That's
Flying. So this is Sarah, Becca, Jean, and Kathy. All of them are going to be in the duo finals tomorrow. All of them are in the individual finals tomorrow. I mean, they're all world-class puzzlers, and they're just flying. Look at this. This is... Oh, look how beautiful this puzzle is, too. I'm
It
just
is
enthralled. I mean,
this is a cool
loving
puzzle.
watching them puzzle.
Yeah.
This is so fun. It's really, really pretty to watch.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so
Switching back,
Ravensburger.
switching back to that. So Ravensburger, another really strong team. A lot of really strong individual puzzlers on this team. And it looks like they might be making some really great progress too, all splitting up and working in different sections. And I think this is, probably the strategy we're going to see, where they're splitting up and working in these different sections, and then we start to see it come together.
Yeah, I think it's so awesome, like as we saw with the other team when they put in a huge section coming together, that really helps solidify progress and builds momentum. Oh, we got...
Oh, big puzzle energy.
Yeah, bring it.
With a puzzle like this, it does look like you would need to refer to the image a lot more. So Jessa and I were talking during the last heat. She grew up, she thought it was cheating to look at the image. I frequently, almost always, to be honest, puzzle without the image.
I know, it drives me insane.
But this does appear to be one that you are going to be much better off looking at it. And Jessa was saying, even though she had grown up doing that, as she moved into speed puzzling, it's been really important for her to shift into the mindset that you can't do that speed puzzling. Like, you maybe can be fast if you can look in pattern match or something, but you're gonna have to refer to the image and to the legend.
Yeah, I think a good attribute we've talked about, we joked about being OCD, where you put things in line, but I think having not necessarily a photographic memory, but being able to memorize chunks in this puzzle, and especially partnering that with your teammates, and if they're working on a color that they're calling out, remembering the color that they're working on and the colors that you're finding. It seems like a lot of mental stress, but if they can pull it off, it seems like, we got some action going on. What are we pulling up? Trying to find out what team's going on here.
Let's see, this team here, I love their jumpsuits. This is BCBs, I believe. So Ayana, Carrie, Sarah, and Tanya. And some of them have taken their jackets off, but they're all wearing these lovely green velvet matching
That's so awesome.
jumpsuits.
That's cool.
Super fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Super, super fun. Oh, yeah. And they're rocking and rolling, too.
They're rolling.
I think we might have a little bit of similar to the last duos.
I hope it.
Heat.
I like it when it's close.
It
means
photo finish kind of thing. So if you were not with us in the duos heat right before this, we had 3 teams finish, or 3 duos, excuse me, finish within 40 seconds of each other.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so exciting. And I think we might see something similar here with these couple of teams.
And to add to the photo finish that they had, Rob Shields, the main commentator, I'm just doing my best to fill his shoes for this event while he competes. He created a PPM, piece per minute, and when you're finishing that close together, it's almost the exact same piece per minute.
Yeah.
And as he uses that logic of figuring out piece per minute, he looks at an individual's piece per minute and then how they perform together as a team to figure out whether or not, using math, to see if it's actually a good team. If they're a cohesive team, they should be puzzling. Their PPMs should all be kind of around the same when they're puzzling together. So it's really interesting.
Here we have On the Edge. So they are... Oh, they got the lips together too, it looks like, in the middle.
Yeah. Everyone's got to do that. Get those every 3 pieces or more count.
And we're back on Blem. Strong local Portland team. And so many of these teams that we're seeing, especially the ones that are farther along with their puzzles, we'll see them tomorrow in the finals. So it's going to be really fun tomorrow in the duos and the individuals to watch. You can see Beatrice here. She's rocking out to the music. So she's clearly one of the puzzlers, it looks like, who's enjoying the live music. So, as we've mentioned, it's a little bit different vibe here than at some other puzzle competitions that are quiet and don't have any music or any other really noise. It's pretty quiet. This one actually does have music, and you could see her just kind of rocking out while she was putting those pieces together.
I know. I like the little head bob.
I mean, I feel like I kind of want to
Oh, I'm bobbing along.
bobbing along.
But I'm not puzzling, so
Yeah.
I can just, I'm enjoying it.
I mean, I feel like we need to have like cocktails too.
Yeah, I
Some
think I'm
cocktails up
good.
here. And this is something you'll see frequently with both duos
Oh, wow.
and teams, where people will switch places. So maybe they've been working on one section and they just get to a point where it's not working for them anymore, and they just need to adjust. Or they found a bunch of pieces that go in a different space and they'll switch. So that's something that you'll frequently see with both the duos and the teams, is you'll see them switch spaces. At some point they kind of call it and they switch around like that because it's just not working for them anymore. And rather than just sit there and, Rob calls it, you get in the trough of despair.
Yes.
Where you just, oh my gosh, when's the last time we put a piece in? I really need it.
It correlates to a lot of things in life.
It's true. And I mean, you really almost have to start cheerleading for each other too.
Absolutely.
He mentioned on his team, they start like if that happens, when they put in a piece, then they kind of make a celebratory noise every time after. I equate it with like if you're on a sales team and you ring the gong every time
Absolutely.
you make a sale. I mean, it really changes. It can change the momentum of the
It builds
entire
momentum,
team.
yeah.
For sure.
Yep. No, I agree.
Okay. And we're back on random cuts now. So we're looking at random cuts. They also put together that whole
The chest
the
piece.
chest piece of the shirt. And it's really interesting because that chest piece looks kind of similar to the windows, except I guess not quite, because yesterday the windows on the Firehouse and Heat 1 individuals preliminaries, to me, when I first looked at the puzzle, I said that's where I would start. To me, it looked very obvious that that's where I would start. Almost no one did that yesterday. Almost everyone
Interesting.
saved the windows for last. And I guess it was much more challenging. I haven't done the puzzle. I don't know for sure. But it's just interesting to me because this looks kind of similar in pattern. I guess this is
There has
obviously
to be something
very
different about it.
puzzle because everyone has put this one together.
Every team has
Yep.
started with this, and
And this
when
is
we-
why I'm not a speed puzzler, Brian.
Me neither. So when we first started, you asked me what part I would do, and I originally said I would do the sunglasses.
And no one's
no one's
done
done
them.
the sunglasses.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did. I did get the lips right, but
I am surprised on the sunglasses though, just because it is It does seem to be a color that stands out, and maybe it's too close to the rest of the gold that's on the chair or something.
That's
It does
my
seem
guess. It's too close to the
It
other
does seem
gold.
to stand out so much, though. Typically, like we saw in the individuals this morning, right after people put the border together, they typically went to that blue, because the puzzle was mostly green in the park. They went to that blue pond and
Yep.
put that together next, because it was easy to pick out all the blue.
Yeah, definitely.
And so now we're back on that. So Ravensburger, they're putting together.
It's hard to tell
Yeah.
how they seem to have a lot together, but it's just
Not all together.
not all together yet. And I think when they put it all together, it's gonna look like they're gonna spring forward and in the rankings and completing, because they have a significant amount completed, and it looks like they have everything at least flipped up and somewhat sorted. So I think they're gonna do pretty well in this competition. It is kind of interesting, puzzle and fun, and it's so Ravensburger. We just caught both of them with team members with their hands raised up, where they must be a little flustered trying to find that last little piece. Their shirts are so cute. Sorry, can't. Puzzles. Bye. I love it.
Sorry, can't. I'm going to start saying that every time I want a puzzle. You ask me to do something.
All right.
Sorry, can't. Puzzles.
Bye.
Bye. I need one of those. Now we're looking at Nom Nom Meow Meows.
I love it. I love it. I was a
Thought you'd
cat
like
guy
that.
before I met Elenia, so
Yeah,
she's allergic. to
Unfortunately, I have allergies. Stinks. You did have the best cat ever.
cats. I did.
Yeah. But he's in a wonderful home with our friends, and we get to see pictures of him all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, he's such a sweet boy. Nom Nom Meow Meows.
It's so cute. I love it.
Oh,
And can't tell which team this is, but they seem to have the sorting down. So they
yeah, and they have the
piles.
whole brown skirt done as well. So
they do.
They're kind of rocking and
Yeah,
rolling
again,
as well.
this would be interesting to see when they put everything together how far along they are. And I think by sorting into the piles like they have, they're gonna make a lot of
I think we're
progress
looking at
later on.
It's kind of hard to tell from our vantage point.
It looks like they have the chairs kind of sorted in the middle. It looks like someone needs to tackle that part soon. And again, they have the lips part finished. Again, those 3 pieces or more connected, count as being completed. When it comes time to ring the final gong. Last minute ladies. My guess is that this team came together at the last minute.
I think so. I think you might be correct.
Yeah. Deductive reasoning.
The last minute ladies.
And Joyce, you love those earrings. We come in pieces. This team was pieced together at the last minute, if I would say.
Bump.
Yeah. They're doing the same thing. We're seeing this skirt as being the first thing that's done. I definitely missed that when we first glanced at the puzzle. Yeah, but looking at it now and obviously seeing every team complete that skirt first, it kind of makes sense that that's what everyone's going to go after.
So, Brian, I know you love dad jokes.
I do love dad jokes.
Do you want to hear a puzzle joke?
I would love to hear a puzzle joke.
Why was the Jigsaw puzzle so relaxed?
Why?
Because it found its inner peace.
Oh my.
I thought you might like that.
Stick to running, completing the puzzle.
Okay, yeah. I know.
Don't
I'm not
quit your day
gonna-
job.
I'm not going to be moving to comedian anytime soon. I heard that one though, and I thought it was pretty good.
It was very
I
cute.
thought you'd like
I
it. It's
appreciate you
like
saving it for
borderline
me.
like puzzle dad joke.
Yeah, no, it was good. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I like the effort. Yeah, and again, this team here, everyone's doing that skirt first. It's for anyone looking for tips and tricks, to just dump out the puzzle pieces and try to find that color that just stands out and just complete it first. They don't even have the complete border done.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they're
This
rocking and
is-
rolling. Oh, they put together one of the sunglasses.
Yeah, that must be really hard because
Yeah.
there's a hole in it there. That piece must look really off compared to, it looks like it has none of the gold in it. It might just have a lot of the black.
Yeah, and looking at a couple
middle
of these
part.
top teams who have made a lot of progress, I mean, they're using really similar strategy. I
Yep.
mean, going kind of straight up the middle, putting together the skirt, the hair, the bodice.
And it's getting serious when everyone starts standing up.
Yeah.
You can tell a level of seriousness of how it's going. So it's this team's 75% serious.
Once Sarah stands,
Yeah,
you'll know
exactly.
for sure. Yeah, I mean, this is really fun. Oh, here's another late edition. We are puzzlers
Oh, yay.
at table 33. Sorry, I don't have any more information about them to share other than their team name, but we're happy to have them and happy that they decided to join and puzzle today.
We're going to assume that they're local because they just kind of jumped in. So.
I don't know, maybe they jumped on a flight this morning too. Who knows?
That's commitment. I love it. And I don't know what team this is, but they have really cute shirts. It looks like they have pieces together. Little.
Hang on, I'll get that info for you. 1 second, my handy dandy spreadsheet.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It is Peace Corps.
Say again?
Peace Corps.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's a pun on the Peace Corps.
I'm guessing it is, Brian.
Oh.
I'm guessing it is. Yeah.
Using my deductive reasoning
Yeah.
again.
So that's Amelia, Christian, Sarah, and Stephanie.
Nice.
Yeah. And they are the Peace Corps.
That's cool. It looks like they're plugging along there. Looks like one of them has some kinesiology tape or whatever it is
Yep.
on. It's like we were talking earlier about how some puzzlers like flip the pieces in their hands
Yes.
to try to get the dexterity going. If you're doing it really fast, straight for almost 3 hours, your hands probably do get pretty sore. It's like you're developing carpal tunnel while puzzling. So trying to do some exercises to stretch and definitely like stretching your back out as you're going.
Yeah, and I mean, I think a lot of people who don't puzzle, and especially don't puzzle competitively, don't realize just how athletic it is. I mean, I saw people doing yoga stretching before, and a lot of people stretching, and a lot of puzzlers do core and exercises and abdominal exercises to strengthen their abdominal muscles, so that when they're doing all of this bending and moving across the table, they are really able to hold their core and not put strain on their lower back, especially when they're bending over for as long as some of them do. And a lot of times these puzzlers aren't just puzzling during this one heat or this one competition. A lot of these puzzlers we're seeing right now, they've been puzzling since this morning. This is their third competition of the day. And for many of them, they'll also be competing in the finals tomorrow, 2 more rounds. So that's 2 days total of puzzling nonstop.
That's a lot of puzzling.
It's a lot of puzzling.
Every day
I'm
you're
puzzling.
puzzling? Yes.
I mean, it really is a lot of puzzling, though. It's a lot of strain on your lower back. It's a lot of strain on your hamstrings. It's a lot of strain on your neck and
your eyes,
shoulders.
too.
Yeah, it can be eye strain as well.
I think you're hinting that it's like a full body sport.
Full
It's
body
puzzling.
sport. Yeah, for real. So I think that people who have done it and who have tried it really do start to understand that, hey, it's not this like, I don't have to do anything to be good at. Like, number one, you do have to practice to be good.
Absolutely.
And you also you have to be in decent shape. You have to be, able to stand and bend over for hours.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
To avoid getting the stream banned, there's a song going on and everyone's cheering and dancing together. It's so sweet. Like, back to what gets us so excited about sponsoring this and being part of the puzzle community is it's so loving. Like, everyone's like so kind and nice, and it's fun seeing people come together for a hobby and a pastime that most of us started with our grandparents, and so it's something that's very nostalgic and something that we've done since we were like under 5 years old.
Yeah.
And it's like
The big floor puzzles.
yeah. I know, they're 4 puzzles. I think I struggled with those a little bit when I was a kid. I was like, which ones go where?
Yeah. My sister and I did the ones with like the giant pieces, you know,
Oh,
that you
yeah,
put
yeah.
together that were like super thick.
I like the floor puzzles. Like you could almost make yourself like a little fort out of
Yeah.
them. Yeah, I had
Yeah.
those. I like that.
Or like make a map, like a map of the world. That
The
was
map
like,
of the world was very popular. Yeah,
we had that one. That was actually probably my first puzzle. I remember having. Do you remember the ones that were like kind of wooden and they had like the
the
little
little dowels.
pegs?
Yeah, the pegs on top. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that
I
one
did
too.
that one over and over and over again.
Yeah, this music's really rocking out in here. I'm digging this music vibe. It's cool. It's fun to see. I will say though, at Nationals when we were sponsored the first year, I was walking out on the floor when it was dead silence, and you could just hear the individuals
Snap.
snapping
Yeah.
the pieces. It was pretty
Such a
wild.
satisfying sound.
Yeah,
Puzzle
it's so
pieces
wild.
snapping
Yeah.
into place.
Especially when you're not snapping it, but you're getting the satisfaction of everybody. It's pretty cool.
We're looking at the puzzle sharks right now. They're making pretty good progress. It looks like one of them's working on the flamingos, so putting together a lot of the flamingo pieces.
And it looks like they have the sunglasses done.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Someone finally has the section that I wanted to start with done. Only an hour later.
Yeah.
So I picked wrong.
So we're over an hour into the competition. We have about an hour and 20 minutes remaining. And you can see, quite a few teams here, maybe 10% into the puzzle. So we'll see how far they get with the hour and 20 remaining. I honestly think we're going to see a couple of these teams finish pretty quick.
Yeah.
So we have a couple teams that are making pretty good progress.
wow.
There's one of them. So we have Sarah, Becca, Jean, and Kathy here again. And I think we're going to see them finish. What do you think? 5 minutes? Will it even be that long? That's not. They're rocking and rolling.
Less than 5 minutes, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're rocking. They've already shape sorted. So your favorite thing?
They did.
They've already shape sorted.
The Reuters probably started that because we were talking about so much with them in the last heat.
Yeah. So they are just really, really rocking and rolling. And then, it looks like Sazandria Jessamine is also not that far behind, if at all. So it looks like they're,
And you can see that Sarah
Yep.
stood up finally,
Yep.
so it was 100% of their team standing up, ready
That's
to
when
go.
you know. That's when you know. Yep. So here we have Susanna, Andrea, Jessa, and Min, and it looks like they're a little bit behind. They haven't shape sorted yet.
They have not, no.
Yeah. It looks like it's probably time. I think Jess is probably thinking that right now as she's looking at all those pieces.
I think so. I know. I saw her looking and hand pointing at each piece, trying to find the right one.
Yeah. So
She
it
is
looks like
really
they're-
attacking that section, though. You'll watch, she's just satisfying piece after piece. You
Yeah.
talk about momentum.
Yep.
She's building some
snapping
momentum.
those into place.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That
Oh yeah. Yep.
Sarah, Becca, and the Reuters are crushing it.
Yep.
I have a feeling we're going to see a team finish pretty soon. Yeah. They shape sorted, and they're just all of them attacking this last little part. And this was kind of interesting how we said with the 300-piece puzzle, we thought it was going to get a little chaotic with everyone's hands moving
This
around.
feels more chaotic.
This feels way more
'cause
chaotic.
They all look the same. All the pieces look the same in these different sections, so it's not like one person can do it.
Correct, and it's a
Yeah.
lot more pieces in a smaller area.
Yes.
All together.
Yes, this is actually harder, I think, a little bit.
Yeah. I think you need go-go gadget arms for this one if you're out in the corner,
Like,
so you can
snap out, snap back in.
exactly.
Yeah.
That was an Inspector Gadget reference
Yes.
for all those
who aren't our age or as nerdy
born
as
in the
we are.
2000s. Yes. It was
That
a
was
fun
one of my
childhood
favorite.
show.
I was about to
love
say that was
show.
one of my favorite shows growing
Yeah.
up.
And Chippendale, but back to puzzling. Yes, and the teams are all kind of going after the same sort of thing. The bottom skirt, someone's going after the centerpiece, the little cross stitching. Someone's going after the face, and then moving on to the hair.
We're looking at the Bamboozlers now.
I like that
They're
name.
matching shirts.
Yeah.
We got Don, Caitlin, Kyle, and Sydney.
We just heard someone cheer. Oh, maybe they were just jamming out to the music.
I think they
We just had a song
got
change.
really excited.
I think so. I like this song too.
Interesting song to get that excited about, but we'll take it.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah, they put together the sunglasses. She worked with that whole face.
Yeah, they're still missing that middle piece of the sunglasses, though. I think that's just a piece that's hard to find.
Yep. Yep. So
And we're just
let's
looking
see.
out
Oh,
now, trying to
yeah,
see
so
how-
It looks like, man.
Oh, yeah.
I think
it looks
is
like we
gonna
might
be
have
close
someone.
to close to 5 minutes though to finish
Yep.
for Sarah, Becca, Jean, and Kathy. So maybe watching all these puzzling competitions, I'm getting better at my time predictions.
I think so.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
it would
yeah,
be
it's coming down.
1:15 finish. So I think they're gonna finish maybe a little faster than I predicted, but
Team TBD.
Team TBD.
Such a subtle flex. No name, and you're going to come in first. Oh, yeah, this is so exciting. You can just feel it.
Yep, anticipation building. Who's gonna get to put in the last piece?
I don't know. I'm speechless. I apologize. We're just pretty
Oh,
pumped for
wow.
them.
That was an amazing time. 1:14:28 maybe.
That's
Oh,
so
amazing.
sweet. Love it. Love it. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Congratulations.
Wonderful. Yeah, congratulations.
Y'all rock.
Brand new team. I don't know. This might have to. I don't want to
I
I don't
know.
want to cause any friction in the speed puzzling world, but that was pretty impressive to watch.
I think there's a new team of four to
I don't
watch
know.
over.
We need to. We don't
I'm
wanna-
calling it.
No.
I like making bold predictions.
Oh, that was
Huge
that was
fan of
really,
all of them.
Really
Congrats
fun
to
to
them.
watch. So
Hopefully,
congrats.
we gotta get some more chairs up here, but we need to get them up here and see how it went for them.
Yeah, that was great.
They need to stretch their backs out now because I was getting sore just watching them.
Yep.
And
I
shout
think
out
that-
to Jeff Whittle, who is our co-commentator in a previous live stream. He focuses on body mobility a lot,
Yeah.
and he was. Oh, there they go.
Piece per
Whoa, that's fast.
Yeah, 1 hour 14 minutes, and look at that.
Piece
that
per
peep-
minute. Oh, that's so fast.
5.1.
Oh, that's so fast. That's impressive.
Yeah, for 4 people working together, that's pretty
Yeah.
good for especially that 1,000-piece puzzle. That
We're
was
gonna
1,300
moneyball this
pieces.
and say that that's a really good 4-person team. So impressive.
Yep. And it looks like we probably are going to have our second place team finishing not too far behind.
Shout out to this production team because I said it would be wonderful to have 4 chairs, and they're actually making it happen. So in the next few minutes, we're actually going to have this team of 4 come up and talk to them. Just apologize for the silence. We're just getting our
Situated.
stage set up a little bit, getting all four of the puzzlers up here. This is going to be so cool. I'm really excited to talk to them because they finished so quick. This was super impressive. And now watching, it looks like it might be a close finish for second place.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
again-
super, super impressive.
Yeah, and we can see that both the team that finished and now they're kind of ending with the same sort of pieces, so that section must have just been really difficult for them.
Here we have That's So Ravensburger. And it looks like they actually have a couple of larger sections completed, so we'll have to see what happens when they start to piece those in. a little unclear still who might come in third. I think second is pretty set so far, but not real clear yet who might come into that third place. So it might still be a little bit of a open field for third. And I don't know if y'all on the live stream could hear all the cheering, but there's a really good spectating audience now, and they were pretty excited with that finish. And we have people starting to move around Susanna, Andrea, Jessa, and Min, who are getting pretty close to finishing. So we come in pieces again. They're working through it. Joyce is puzzling much like how I puzzle a lot, with one arm on the table and my chin in my hand.
She looked a
puzzling
little
one-handed.
frustrated there. Not gonna lie. She's like, what did I get myself into?
That looked like a very common puzzling stance of mine.
And I put on pants for this. It's shoeless now at this point, so no pants, no shoes.
So I did learn something from Rob yesterday, that apparently putting one leg on the chair like that tends to relieve some of the lower back pain. So you do see this kind of frequently in the puzzling competitions. You'll see one leg up on the chair to help relieve some of the back pressure on the lower back.
Makes a lot of sense. Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah.
Because my back's hurting just watching this.
I know, and we're just sitting.
Yep.
So we have about an hour and 10 minutes to go. One team finished, one team close to finishing,
Yep.
and still a lot of puzzlers out there. A lot of puzzling to go. So thanks for joining us on your Saturday, wherever you might be.
And not watching the Olympics and
Not
watching
watch-
puzzling.
not watching the Olympics. Watching the Portland Jigsaw Masters instead.
What we're gonna have to do next time is what the Olympics has started, is getting heart rate monitors on
Yes,
people.
yes.
I want to see how high the puzzler's heart rate gets.
I'm pretty sure my heart rate is getting pretty high.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here. Okay, yep. And here is that other powerhouse team of Susanna, Andrea, Jessa, and Min, and looks like they are getting close to completing the puzzle. Yep. And that was, I think, the piece that they were looking for. She had just looked down on the ground, and that piece had actually fallen off the cardboard and onto the puzzle. So that's something that we've talked about frequently, is how dangerous it can be to have your puzzle pieces on top of the puzzle, how they can blend right in, and it can make it really challenging, especially when you get down to just those last pieces, when you have those other pieces on top of your completed puzzle.
Yeah, and we saw that in the last heat. Someone just like swiped their hand over the top just to make sure that there were no loose pieces just hanging out, because it is hard to see if a piece does get kind of stuck on top. And we're coming down.
5 pieces left.
This
Who's
is
going to
so
put in
cool.
that final piece? Look at all those hands.
The last one.
And they're
Yeah.
done. Great job. 121.
That was so cool.
Really great job.
Congrats.
Great work,
Yay.
ladies. And
Great work.
we'll see all of them tomorrow as well. Both of these, so Jessa and Min and Susanna and Andrea were the both duo preliminaries winners
Yes.
in Heat 1 and then in Heat 2. So we'll see them in the duo finals tomorrow morning, and they could be competing against each other for that top spot.
I think they will
They were
be.
the team today. They could be competitors tomorrow. So yeah, they finished almost 7 minutes behind
Yeah.
that first place team. But look
They-
at that PPM.
It's
how
close,
close it is.
but
I
it's
know.
not. But it adds up
It
over
adds
time.
up over time with that many pieces, for sure, and that much time. Yeah,
It all adds up. That would be a good.
it all adds up.
That would be a good puzzling team name.
Team name, yeah. So 7-minute gap there.
Yeah. On the edge. Looks like they.
Not living on the edge
No,
pieces like the last.
Yeah, you like that
I
one.
like
That one
that
tickled you.
Well, I kind of got the song stuck in my head now though too. So we're looking at On the Edge, and now we're back at That's So Ravensburger.
Yeah.
They're making
They're
some
making a
good
lot of progress.
Yeah. Yep, and they've already shape sorted all those dark pieces. So really pretty good throughout there. Looks like they still have that edge piece, but that's okay.
Yeah, they'll get that at the end. That's what we were saying. Oh, they've done some piece sorting or shape sorting there.
Yep.
That what you were talking about before is just kind of being comfortable, not having the edge completed, and not spending so much time just focusing on that, and actually just moving on and completing the rest of the puzzle.
So for people who may be watching and who haven't speed puzzled before, is there a way that completing the puzzle could help maybe get them into speed puzzling?
It could. It's a great way for people to sign up and rent Jigsaw puzzles.
Yeah.
So when you're training for speed puzzling, you want to do as many puzzles as you can and many different types of puzzles. And if you end up buying them, you end up paying full price. You have to deal with shipping, the storage, and everything. But with completing the puzzle, you can rent from us, and we'll send you Jigsaw puzzles for you to solve. You send back to us, and we'll send you some new ones for less than the cost of buying a puzzle, and it saves space in your home. You can still buy puzzles. I think renting and buying is a great complement. So puzzles that make great gifts, and there are certain ones that you just want to keep and you want to frame or keep that are special to your heart. We still have that Park City puzzle.
We do.
Shout out to Dowdle. We love that company too. And yeah, it's just there's a time and place for everything, and renting makes a lot of sense if you're trying to get better at speed puzzling. And we actually have a speed puzzling special. If you go to that QR code, you can check it out. And yeah.
And one of the things that I have to say that I've loved, since we started the company is we carry, 40 different brands of puzzles or something?
Yeah, almost 50.
And I get to taste test
Yeah, you
all
do.
of them before we actually bring them on. And it's been so fun to find so many new puzzle companies, especially a lot of the smaller, independently owned, woman owned, people of color owned. We really try to find these puzzle companies that are smaller, give them some exposure, but then also like they're delivering amazing quality product.
Yep.
And give them exposure to a new audience. And it's been so fun for me personally to get to do all these new puzzles too, but also then get to share these brands with other puzzlers too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great point. And it looks like
Yeah.
we have
The winners. They're coming to talk to us. Come on over, ladies. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Oh. Don't die, please.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, we're bringing it in.
Yeah, sorry. It's very tight up here, but
There we go.
okay.
I don't know if we want to hold that puzzle.
I was okay. So my instincts were correct. Okay, from your comment. Well, let's start with this puzzle. So y'all flew through this puzzle. I think
Yeah.
you finished it in like a little over 8 minutes.
Yeah. It was so fast.
I don't know if y'all even knew how fast you finished it, but I believe I don't have the exact time. It wasn't documented out, but I believe it was around 8:20 or something. So
That was fast.
tell me, because we've all talked about how are you going to do a 300-piece puzzle with 4 people, 8 arms. So can you tell us a little bit about how y'all approached it?
Yeah, we were worried about that too, but this has a very clear top and a bottom, so it was easy to split into teams of 2. So 2 of us took the sky and 2 of us took the flowers, and then within those there were text. So one of each of those teams of 2 took the text, and then the other person built around it. Anything else?
I think I put like 5 pieces in that entire puzzle because I just sorted it and handed it out to everyone else. I was like, here's a mountain, here's some sky.
I mean, that worked for
I
y'all.
put the baby flowers together. That was it.
It seemed like it really worked for y'all, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's great. So then you opened your second bag and you found
Cried.
this beautiful. I mean, it's a beautiful.
so gorgeous.
It's so pretty. But
I
tell
was
us.
telling them this is what my hair looks like when I get out of bed in the morning.
Hey, at least you have hair.
It changes colors.
Touche, Brian.
So tell us what you thought when you first opened the bag and saw this puzzle.
Uh-oh. But then, like, the first instant glance, it looks a little intimidating, but there are actually a lot of different zones. So, again, we were able to separate out zones really well, so we weren't, like, interacting, like, interfering with each other. We were interacting with each other. And, yeah, it actually ended up coming together much quicker at the end than I think I personally had thought it would. But.
Cool.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but y'all haven't puzzled as a team together before, have you?
Ever.
Really?
Zach and I puzzled for the first time together today in a speed round. I've never puzzled with you guys at all. I don't even think we've ever casually puzzled together. We casually puzzle. Because someone comes and visits me. Just kidding. No, I'm kidding. I love them both.
So did y'all connect prior to the event to discuss your strategy, or did y'all just go into it and then take it from there?
Yeah, we went for ice cream
that
during the
sounds- that
break
sounds
and then
great.
came back and jumped right in. So, yes, very little strategy other than
Sugar.
Yeah, sugar's the way to go.
So
Yeah.
is this the new dream team? I mean, y'all finished fast.
It is a dream team, for sure.
We love being a team, but I can't leave my team at home.
I know. I told Brian he was maybe causing a riff in the puzzle world by some of the comments he was making about this team. I was like, you better be careful what you say here.
I love you, team at home.
I'm very honored to be on a team for Worlds with the Reuters. So we had puzzled together in
That's
that
amazing.
practice arrangement before, but with a different fourth. And then Sarah will be going with her Minnesota team, who will crush all of our souls, as usual,
That's awesome.
with love.
So we'll see y'all actually competing against each other tomorrow in the duo finals,
Yeah.
and then all in the individual finals as well. So good luck in that. But congratulations today.
Thanks for pointing out the rift in the team and pitting them against each other.
Can't wait to
Y'all did really
mend
good.
some.
No, I think though,
holes when I get home.
we've talked a lot about the puzzling community. I think that's the really fun part about it is you can compete for the sport of competing, but also come together and work together and support each other too.
Yeah, I think we're all really excited about this since it's like the first year. It's not like a huge competition where all of the really fast people are coming in, so you don't have like your normal teams coming in. And so we all thought it was really fun that we were going to be able to puzzle together in an actual competition that like has some meaning to it,
Yeah.
as opposed to just like, oh, let's try puzzling us four and then send the puzzle to someone else to do too. So I think we were all really excited about that.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Shaking it up.
Y'all
Congrats.
did wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep. Congrats. That was really cool. That was You're,
It's a little tight
yeah,
up
it's
here.
a little tight up here. We didn't get the stage set up right away, but that's the first year. Some of the joy in putting on a new event is going through the bumps with everyone, so we appreciate y'all bearing with us.
Yeah, and here we have random cuts. They're really coming together, pulling that puzzle together now. Just under an hour left in the team finals. And we're still waiting on seeing who's going to come in third. So we have that third place left. We have Blem now on the screen, and they're making great progress too. I think, honestly, I think
wow.
they may be.
They just put in a huge chunk down there in the corner too.
I think they may potentially be in that third place contention. I think there's a couple teams that are kind of all around that same spot. It looked like Blem and maybe Random Cuts were neck and neck. It's a little difficult at this point to see maybe who has made more progress, but I don't know. I think they're making really good. Oh,
That's the
and then there's
Ravensburg.
that.
They're
oh,
doing really well.
Yeah. So we have, I guess, 3 teams really vying for that third place at this point.
Yeah, this one's going to come down to the wire. This is going to be fun.
Yeah. Ugh. I mean, that was just so fun hearing them too. Like, I think that the 300 piece that they were talking about really did lend itself really great as even though it was a 300 piece to a team event, just because what they talked about with it really being split into different sections, they could really break it up easily. Unlike maybe, some other 300 pieces that we've seen, even this competition, that would have been more difficult to do. I think the park that we saw earlier this morning in the individual preliminaries would have been very difficult to do with multiple people.
Yep.
But yeah, I think they did a really great job. That time on that 300 was just incredible. And here we have, they're putting, I just love their shirts. I think we need to figure out,
The tie-dye shirt is so cool. I know, we got to talk to them and see how they did their shirts. It's very creative and impressive. They look really cool. And
I don't
looks
know,
like
I'm not crafty.
Oh, I know.
I would like to be crafty, but I don't think I'm very crafty.
On the edge.
Jacket on the edge. They're one of the few teams that we've seen that actually seems to have somewhat of true sorting trays. So the trays that have the edge.
They do.
So we've seen some of the teams have like cardboard or something like that they're sorting on top of and working on top of. But this is the first team I think that we've seen that has something of more of a
Traditional
tray.
I agree. I think some of them like doing the paper so they can do a section and slide it off. And you're right, this is probably just more for traditional sorting. And
That's a really good point. I actually didn't even think about that until you said it.
Oh.
You're so smart.
Thanks. That was recorded, by the way. Streamed
You're
live.
going to play it back.
I'm going to fall asleep to that on repeat.
No, I mean, that is super smart, though. Oh, they're BCBs. They also have the trays.
Yeah,
so,
they have traditional.
Yep.
Those might even be the bamboo trays. It's kind of hard to tell, but
Yeah.
oh, this is so fun.
Come around this side. Oh. Okay, we're going to have another person joining us.
Here we have the owner of Zigzag,
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw, sorry, the puzzle tables, and Carl's here. So we'll give yourself an introduction, please.
I'm Carl Watkins, and I have developed a table that I think is a really unique solution to people who want to do jigsaw puzzles that, it fits into the way I would like to do a jigsaw puzzle. So that's why I developed it, because I got frustrated with my card table.
So tell us, how is it different than maybe a card table or a dining table that a lot of people use to puzzle on?
Well, first of all, it's the I think it's the first table that's really been dedicated just for jigsaw puzzles, and it has all the features that most traditional jigsaw puzzle tables have. I mean, it raises up and down so you can set the height. You can move it into a position wherever your table is that you want to work. You can tilt it up and down so that you can have quick access to any part of the puzzle, and it rotates so that if you have find a piece that you want to put in on the other side of the table, you can just spin the table and bring it around.
Wow.
Interesting.
So
That's cool.
You can put it right in. Like, I get used to just flicking my wrist and having it whip around
Yeah.
to where I want to put it in. It's very satisfying to be able to do that.
It'd
really
be hard to
quickly.
go back to a regular table after that.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of look at it, that as a primitive time in my puzzle.
How many iterations did you go through? Like, walk us through the process. Like, I noticed the top had like a very unique feel to it. So you've clearly
Well, there's been a lot
trial
of
and error.
changes. I didn't really know exactly how I was going to do this, but I just knew what I wanted it to do. And so I investigated a lot of different kinds of tables and looked. I tried to find one that did this, and there really wasn't anything that did all of these things. And the other thing was, I wanted to be able to stand up. You know, I didn't want to sit, you know, for hours and hours. I wanted to be able to then stand up. And so there weren't any tables that actually raised up to the height where standing. So then I started looking around, and I found that there were these podium type desks, computer desks that you could get various kinds of them, and you could roll them into a position, and you could raise and lower it, and actually you could tilt it so that you could have you could have papers or something on the table. And so I bought some of those, but I found that they were lightweight. They weren't designed to have the weight of the table. That when I put a rotating table on top of that, and with a Lazy Susan bearing. So then I had these tables, but they were too wobbly, and the handles that adjusted the height and the tilt were way back underneath the table. So it was difficult to get to them. And so I tried different positions, and I moved them around, and I bought 4 different tables to try different ways that they worked. And I really couldn't find one that did exactly what I wanted it to do. So it turns out, as a lucky happenstance, a friend of mine is a really good metal worker. And I had been
Good friend to have.
working with him for a long time. But and the interesting thing about people who are really artistic, they're often not very good at business. And so I've had a lot of experience of business management. So I started helping him out, doing the office work and everything. And so I had access to him, and he's a very creative person. And so he and I decided to make our own base of the table, so that we could actually make it the way it should be. And it doesn't. It's much sturdier than the other tables were. We have the mechanism that you can use to tilt the table that we developed, that is really very solid, and it holds the table in a position where it doesn't want to move. And so that was a very fortuitous situation, and so we made several attempts. It took quite a while to develop the tilt mechanism, because at first we were using pins that were a retractable pin that would you could put it in and out of holes in an array.
Yep.
And what we found was that in order to keep it from wobbling, you had to have really tight tolerances. But if you had really tight tolerances, you couldn't get the pin in and out very easily. And so we fooled around with a lot of about 4 different types of those things before we came up with this other idea that instead of having it be a pin, we would use a slot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
Through a lot of trial and error, you're able to get to the version that you have today for sale for your puzzlers.
Yeah, and then the surface material was really interesting, because it's a synthetic material that holds the pieces in place, but still lets you slide them around on the table, but you can tilt the table and they won't fall off.
Very cool.
And,
that's awesome.
Yep.
I felt the table, and it's awesome, and it feels very sturdy, and kudos to you. It's can you tell us a little bit more about where someone could find it to buy it, and how they would be able to get their hands on one?
Well, I just actually, I had to, the name Jigsaw I came up with because puzzle has 2 Z's in it. And I was trying to kind of think of a name of what I would call this. And so I came up with Jigsaw as a play on Jigsaw. And so I did a search on that, and it turns out that name was actually first used by Rubik, who created the Rubik's Cube.
Oh, interesting.
And he has this puzzle that he did about, 60 years ago, that he called the Jigsaw puzzle, and that it's a virtually impossible puzzle to do because their pieces are all the same shape, and the only difference is the picture on them, and they fit together in different ways, very much like a Rubik's Cube.
Gotcha.
And so you can actually put it together a lot of ways, and you get down to the end and it's wrong.
Yeah.
And so that's where that's why the name Jigsaw. I think that somebody got the URL number or name for that based on having heard of that or something. So anyway, I had to acquire the Jigsaw name, so that took a while. And I just got done with that. So I don't have a website yet. But here are people at the show. I can take their information, and we're just going to start our first production run here in the next few months.
Would you have a Etsy or
email address?
Instagram
People
account?
want to reach out to you?
Yeah.
I do have an email address. It's jigsawtable@gmail.com.
Okay.
Great. So anyone watching, if you want to maybe get in on that first run,
Right.
reach
Yeah.
out to Carl.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, thank you for being here.
Okay.
Yep. Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
All right, and we are back looking at the teams. I might have to get one of those tables, Brian.
Yes, and I think I need one of those Mountain Dews as well. I need a little pick me up. No, the tables are really solid. It's you should really see it in person. Like you can feel the craftsmanship, and you can also feel the material on it. It's really solid. It's pretty awesome.
Yep.
We wish him the best of luck. jigsawtable@gmail.com. Give him an email. Shoot him an email. There it is. Look at that. It's got that nice boom arm for a light. Yeah, you can see it in action.
Changing the angle there.
Yeah. The material on the top does feel really cool. Running my fingers over it, I was like, it feels so smooth.
Yep. All right. We still are waiting on that third place team to come in. I don't know how these teams are doing. And let's see, who are we looking at right now? We are currently, we're back on That's So Ravensburger. They're making some good progress. Right before that, we were looking at Squirrely Puzzled. Jessica, Leslie, Lori, and Jamie. And it looks like Arena here is doing what Jessa was talking about earlier, where she puts some pieces in her hand, palm open, face up, and just places them in.
I feel like my
moves it
palms would be
around.
sweaty and I would just ruin the pieces. But clearly, they're collected, way more collected than I would be to be able to do this. But yeah, it is interesting to see a lot of the same strategies, and I'm sure some of them talk about it, but I'm sure some of them it just happens organically because they're just trying to solve the puzzle as fast as they can.
Yep, and there's Squirrely Puzzled, I think. We're going to see some of these puzzlers, if
Starting
not
to-
all of them, tomorrow.
We're going to see them start to dance.
The
They
finals.
just had a music change, and I'm kind of feeling this one.
Are we going to start to see you dance?
Bobbing my head. Let's go.
Yeah. I think we do have some people clapping and snapping. So, here we go. So we have random cuts here. It looks like they may be the third place finishers. And I think this was a team that was just pulled together. So,
Yeah. And I think when they were originally puzzling, it was hard to tell. When they were originally doing this puzzle, it was hard to tell how far along they were because it was broken out into different pieces. But clearly, they've made a lot of progress.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're really rocking and rolling. It's hard to tell exactly how many pieces they have left. Maybe, I don't know, 40? It's kind of hard to tell with all the arms.
Yeah.
so many arms.
So many
it's like
arms.
an octopus putting together a puzzle.
Yeah. Well, this is what we were saying. Like this being a 1,000-piece puzzle, coming down to the end like this does make it more difficult than that 300-piece, because it's just so many smaller pieces in a tighter space with 4 people.
Well, and they all, I mean, it all starts to look the same. So it looks like all they have left are the little bit of green and the flamingo legs. So there's flamingo legs in multiple places, and then the leaves in multiple places. And so it's really hard to tell what goes where. They have not chosen to shape sort. What do you make of that?
I think, as Andrea and the Reuters say, if you haven't shape sorted, it's too late. But what do I know? I'm
But
definitely not a speed
what do
puzzler
we know?
pro.
We're just watching.
You can just
So
armchair
we're now
quarterback for
looking
this.
at Puzzlin' Fun. Allison Stormo, Leslie Purpura, Soren Burns, and Stacy Purpura.
Yeah, they're making some
And-
good progress. They still have some of the gold left, it looks like, so someone can easily break that off and nail down those pieces.
Sorry, Soren is actually going to be heading to Worlds.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah,
Oh,
on that last
awesome.
team, yeah. That'll be good. Oh, Blim. We hadn't seen them in a little while, and they had actually made a ton of
they're
progress.
making so much
so it's going to
progress.
be down between Blim and Random Cuts, I think, for that third place finish.
I think Blim's
I think
looking
Blim
really
is ahead.
I do
yeah,
too.
I think so too. And they've puzzled together before, so it might be a little bit easier for them when they're in a position like this. I don't know. Having
we
not
call
done
that
this
cheating.
before.
I'm kidding. No, I think it does make sense to continually puzzle with the same people over and over. You get that sort of like spatial awareness and what's okay to be in someone's space.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely is a more of an awkward situation. And there they are with the pieces in their hand, trying to place those last few pieces. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so we have Beatrice Endler, Erin Fisk, Larissa Bay, and Mary Powell on this team from Portland. And yeah, they have maybe 10 pieces left. So looks like they are going to be
Looks
our
like they're gonna be
third place
third.
finishers.
Yep.
Great team here of young ladies from Portland.
I'm calling it. They're going to be third. This close to it. I think so.
Yeah. Oh, and everyone here is going to be so excited. Yeah, such a great local team here. Lots of support.
Oh, you can hear it erupting. This is so fun. So you
So
can also
great.
tell they're from Portland because they smacked the table pretty hard. That's a Portland tell.
They just realized they got
Yay.
third. They're super excited.
That's so
yeah. Yay. Congratulations. Congratulations there. Yeah. Wow, look at that gap though. So 7 minutes almost between 1 and 2, and then almost 29 minutes between 2 and 3.
Pretty
So
crazy.
wow, that's really crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and the
quite a gap.
PPMs.
It does look
it's,
like we are going to have Random Cuts coming in fourth. So they have, looks like maybe 15 pieces left or so, 20 pieces. Hard to tell. All those arms in there.
I'm really digging this PPM stat. It's pretty interesting to see. So you can at least put math to it. So they were 10% slower. Seems pretty significant when it comes down to it.
Yeah, so this team is Elizabeth Forsyth, Caroline Orsi, Ava, Vea, and Kelly Wesley. And they are Random Cuts. And it looks like they are going to be our fourth place finishers. Just, yeah. Oh, there's those hidden pieces that I couldn't see behind Kelly's arm. So a few more pieces than I originally thought left to go. But I'm going to have them finishing just under 40 minutes left in this team finals competition. And we're only getting our fourth team to finish.
Yeah.
What do you make of that, Brian?
I think this 1,000-piece puzzle is on the difficult
Wow, we've got the
scale.
last minute ladies who dropped in, and they're actually making great
Oh, they're
progress.
doing really good for being last minute.
Last minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite impressive.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, I don't have any more information to share since they were the last minute ladies, but doing great back there.
Yeah. Congrats, table 32, making some great progress there. And they at least have a few sections broken up, not all at that one corner of the puzzle, so they can hopefully at least spread out a little bit to nail down these last few pieces.
I do think, though, yep,
And-
there's random cut, so they're going to finish in fourth, I believe. I think they are going to finish, yeah, they have way fewer pieces than
Yep.
last minute ladies.
Oh, they have one little missing piece off to the right. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's just to the right of the black jacket.
Oh, I do see it in the green. I wonder if, I mean, I'm sure they see it.
They'll see it eventually. I'm kind of being like the armchair quarterback. I can kind of see the piece.
You're the armchair speed puzzler.
I am.
I know. It's so much easier to spot those pieces. Rob and I were joking about it this morning on the individuals when we could see all of the green pieces. Oh, they just
Yeah.
got your piece that was missing. You could see them all in there. Oh, there they go. Great job. Fourth place.
Oh, congrats to them. That's so cool. Yay. Congratulations.
Great job.
It's so
We've got
cool.
our top 4 teams
Yeah.
with 36 minutes left to go.
Yeah.
And the last minute ladies back there, they have, can't tell, maybe 30 pieces to go. I know we've given them a couple shout outs, but this AV team is working hard and they are doing a fantastic job.
It's so hard to get in and find these angles when everyone's hovering over the puzzles
And do it without being too intrusive to the puzzlers too.
Yes.
You obviously don't want, like, we know you want to watch at home. You can't all be here in Portland with us, but also we don't want to make the puzzlers. We obviously cannot intrude in any way with their puzzling, and we also don't want to be right on top of them where they're, nervous or anything like that. So the fact that they're able to do what they do is just really incredible. So look at that. So random cuts coming in now 3 minutes behind, and I think we're going to see another finish right, pretty close behind here. So I think we might start to see a little bit of a clump, and then I think we're going to see a little bit of a gap again because I didn't see that many very close. So let's see.
they're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
We're so zoomed in, it's hard to tell which team this is. They're making so much progress.
Yep. So that's the
Oh,
last minute ladies again.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're doing a great job.
Yeah. And again, they just pieced this team together.
Oh, but bump.
Yeah. It looks like they're going to get
Yep.
maybe 5th, so it's fun to watch. And with a puzzle piece earring, I love the accessories.
Yep. So fun. I'm like enthralled just watching.
I know.
I really do love this. It's a beautiful piece of art. I mean, she looks just so magnificent in that painting. So now that we've watched multiple teams do this puzzle, should we attempt it?
Negative. I feel like I've done it like 5 times already. Just watching people, I have enough anxiety built up around this puzzle to want to puzzle it again. But thank you. I will watch you puzzle it.
I know I was a little intimidated by it at first, but now watching all these teams puzzle it,
They have a missing.
fun.
Oh, they just hit that piece. They had one missing piece, but they just nailed it in.
yeah, they're really rocking and rolling. Doing great, dropping in, and looks like they're going to finish 5th
Yep.
for this team finals for just dropping in.
It's so cool.
The last minute ladies.
And it looks like they're going to come in under the 2-hour mark, too.
Yeah. It's great. looks like we actually, That's So Ravensburger looks like they may be coming up pretty close too. They may actually, I may have been wrong, they may actually come in 5th. I can't tell. Looks like both of them are pretty close
Yeah.
to each other to finishing. It's a little hard to tell.
Yeah. It's very hard to tell right now.
It's very hard. Yeah,
Last
so there's
minute
the last
ladies,
minute
or
ladies.
that's our Ravensburger.
And then there's That's So Ravensburger. Yeah, it looks like they maybe have a few fewer pieces to go.
Yeah. Oh, this is so wild. It's coming down to it. This is why we puzzle for this.
This is why we watch, right?
Exactly.
This is why we sit back and watch and comment on it.
Our comfortable seats, yes.
Yes. I mean, shifting the whole puzzle up. So yeah, and this is something Rob and I have talked about too, how important it is to get all the pieces kind of in the same area so that when you're looking for a specific piece, you can scan and see all the pieces together versus have them kind of spread out like they have right now around both sides. And you saw what That's So Ravensburger did. They actually pushed them all onto the same side.
That makes sense. So you're not, someone's
Yes.
covering your arms. That might be the strategy that's going to give them the edge here.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think so.
So close, so close.
Oh, this is so cool.
Oh, so close. I don't know. Oh, they have one missing piece. They have one missing piece.
congrats
And
to
then
them.
I think that the last minute ladies are going to be right behind them.
Oh,
they're
it's
gonna
going to
have
come down to this
10
last
seconds.
10 seconds.
So just so that everyone who may be watching, if you haven't heard, if you have a missing piece, you do get 10 seconds added to your time. Oh, and it looks like the last minute ladies, they also had that missing piece. So I think that,
Oh, wow. Oh, that's so close.
I think though that
Oh,
means
congrats
that
to them. That's so cool.
I think that though that means with the time they had to search a little bit. I think that That's So Ravensburger will come in 5th, even with that 10-second delay. If I was watching that clock right, and then last minute ladies,
That's so close.
yes, they
Yay,
will
congrats.
take 6th. So that was great. Really close, coming in right there. We'll watch for those results to get posted and keep you all posted once they are up. The team here, Lane and Andrew. Andrew is doing a great job of getting everything updated super fast so that we can give you all results as soon as we have them. And we're just under 30 minutes remaining in this team finals. Looks like we're going to have some more teams finishing. Still a little while to go, but you can see how fast it starts going right there at the end. You know, when they only have
That was fun.
30 pieces or left to go. So yeah, we looking at On the Edge again here.
Oh,
And there
it's
we go.
in.
Yep, so That's So Ravensburger came in 5th. And then, 13 seconds behind Last Minute Ladies.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man, that's so close, 13 seconds.
But they both have sub 2 hour times,
Yep.
so congratulations.
Looks like there might be a little error in the calculation on the PPM on the...
Oh,
what do you-
I would say there's a little error going on over there.
Yeah, we'll have to get that corrected, but yeah. Speaking of math,
We'll get it taken care of.
yeah. Okay, so now we're looking at Puzzle Sharks again, and they're making some nice progress. They should easily finish before the time is called. And just a reminder for those who are joining us, if a team doesn't finish a puzzle and time is called, the way that the remaining team's rank is determined is by counting the remaining pieces. And the remaining pieces will only be counted if they are not in groups of 3 or more. So a strategy we may see some of these teams start to employ as the time starts to get closer to running out and they're not going to finish the puzzle is to try to start to group pieces into at least 3s so that they won't be counted. And then they can, get a higher ranking.
Gotcha. So at that point, at a certain point, you may want to just break off and have someone just try to put this big pile here together
Yep.
on the side, and you'd actually probably place higher than if someone was just a team was
Yeah.
trying to hunt and peck and place pieces.
Yeah, I mean, some of these teams may want to do that now
Yep.
with less than 30 minutes to go.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to have another team come up, and it's going to be a local Portland team coming up. They're no strangers to banging on the table when they're done. Portland pastime, apparently.
It is fun traveling to these, though, and you get to learn about
The nuances.
the nuances of the local traditions, too, which is just really fun. We're looking at puzzle and fun again. They're making some nice progress.
And joining us on this stage, we have Blem.
Blem.
Hi.
Congratulations,
Oh, thank you.
ladies.
Thank you.
Yeah, great job.
Take the mic off.
Take this off.
Yeah, you have to talk really close
Oh.
into the mic.
Oh, we can move this.
You can-
Okay. Oh, that. Gotcha.
Easy for y'all to pass around. So do you want to introduce yourselves?
Let's do it in order.
Beatrice,
Larissa,
Aaron, and Mary.
Blem.
Bleb.
Awesome. So have
Now I
y'all
get it. Yeah.
have y'all puzzled together before?
Yes, we started puzzling together in, I believe it was February. Is that right?
And you all are local here in Portland.
That's right. We're from Portland. Yeah.
And I knew that because you were banging on the table.
Very loud bang when you completed the second
They
puzzle.
tell us to make noise when we're finished.
Yeah. Yeah. So walk us through, you started with this beautiful 300-piece puzzle.
Yeah, that one was really nice.
So what did y'all think? Have y'all done a 300-piece puzzle together as a team of 4 before?
Yes. Not in competition, but
Okay.
we've practiced them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so did you find it challenging to do with 4 people doing a 300-piece, or, talk us through that a little bit?
At the end, it was a pretty tight space for 8 hands to get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you opened up the second puzzle, and what were your thoughts when you saw the second puzzle?
I think collectively we all said, oh my goodness, it looks hard.
So how did y'all decide to approach putting the puzzle together?
Well, for a long time, Aaron has been our edger. So we tend to flip and sort the edge out to her. And then I feel that my role is to flip, sort, and support. So then I usually start sorting. And then Larissa is usually drawn to whatever is the hardest thing.
Okay.
Even though
Great to have one.
it is, because
Yeah.
she doesn't think it's hard. And then she starts it and she's like, oh, this was a mistake. But she's committed.
She keeps going.
And then Beatrice just crushes. She's a beast.
We saw that in the individuals
Yep.
this morning. Yeah. Came in second in the individuals prelim. So yeah.
Yeah, congrats.
It seems like your strategy is working. Y'all came in third today here in the team finals against some really, really amazing national competition.
I really think this is the result we hoped for, knowing who's out there, and especially because we never do thousands. And so it was really rough doing a 1,000-piece puzzle.
Wait, y'all never do thousands, and
We
you
never
crushed
do
it.
thousands.
Wow.
So I'm always like, going, oh, we don't need trays. And then we bust out
You
1,000. I'm like, maybe trays are a good idea.
So did y'all know each other before you started puzzling, or did you meet puzzling?
You two knew each other, right, from work?
We worked together.
Okay.
And Beatrice and I both randomly just walked in on our own separately to the Portland Puzzle Company Wednesday night team league. And we didn't have a team, either of us, so we paired up, and
The rest is history.
Then we met them because we did pretty well, and I think Mary kind of recruited us, if I remember right.
Donna.
Oh, that's right.
Donna.
Donna made the team.
So Donna is Beatrice's mom. She scoped us out because I
So you all got set up
She's
together.
She's your manager.
think we did get set up because I don't know how it happened, because the first night we were both paired with different people. Somehow Larissa and I beat Aaron and Beatrice, who I think are superior puzzlers. But and then my husband, who works for Portland Puzzle Company, was like, "Those girls are really good. They're real good."
That's
That's
awesome.
a really fun story. So do you think that you will try to go to nationals as a team?
We have talked about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially after this experience. It's been really fun. The people we've met here have been amazing.
Yeah.
So we like to continue with the competitions.
Yeah, it's been
Cool.
super fun. Well, thanks so much for joining
Yeah.
us. And I know we'll see
Congratulations.
some of you tomorrow in competition and finals, so good luck.
Thank you.
Yep.
That was so fun. That was cool. I like that hearing the story. So they got set up and pieced together. Like those, we just watched that boy band show where they were like putting people together, forcing them together. Sometimes it works, maybe other times not. But it looks like it's working together for them, so
Yeah.
that's really awesome.
So here with just over 20 minutes to go, we have
Another finisher.
another
Nice.
finisher right here.
That's the
I put
casual
on pants
puzzler.
for this.
Yeah, yes.
I put pants on for this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Question mark? Oh, that's so cool.
And they did put on pants, thankfully.
Yeah. Or shorts.
We have puzzle and fun. Oh, look, she's got her hand in her pocket. She's real chill.
Yeah. One hand in her pocket, the other one, and
putting pieces in.
yeah.
Okay, I think we're dating ourselves for anyone watching.
Yes. Alanis Morissette. Google it. It's on the History Channel.
We've made quite a few references that place us pretty solidly. Oh. So yeah,
All right,
puzzle and
Puzzle and
fun.
Fun.
Looks like they're about to finish.
Yeah. They're going to make it in time. It's fun watching everyone finish in the time allotted. Definitely gets stressful when the puzzle's too complicated and not enough people finish. So,
Yep. So we
really
have
happy to
7
see everyone
finishers
finish.
so far. Looks like we're gonna have an 8th coming up here in a minute. Looks like Puzzle Sharks is maybe not too far behind either, so they should be finishing pretty soon. So looks like we should have, maybe almost half the teams finished. There's a little over 20 minutes left.
I agree. It'd be exciting to see more teams finish. And yeah,
Yeah, so
They're gonna finish, too.
Here's Puzzle Sharks.
yep.
And it looked like they had shape sorted. Yeah.
They have.
Yeah, so
And they're starting to consolidate the pieces to one side.
yep.
I'm learning these strategies.
They're doing all the things.
That
Oh.
counts as a piece.
Don't waste time. I'm just kidding.
I think they're going to finish.
Yeah,
They
I
need
think
to
they have
just-
more than enough
Yeah.
time to finish. Yep, and he found where it fits, so that'll make it easier to put in the other pieces now. And let's see. Oh, yep.
Nice.
Making nice progress here. And yeah, I got
And as you see with every team, it boils down to this, where this last section of just like the green floral is the hardest part. And
Yep, everyone has finished with that. And, yep, here's Puzzle and Fun again. Looks
Oh.
like they have a little bit more to go.
And they have one little missing piece inside the sunglasses that I
Oh,
was
yep.
so confident was going to get finished first.
I feel like that might be a missing piece for them because it seems to me like that would be fairly easy to find, but
Maybe they might have some more of the gold left to get put
Yeah,
in.
maybe.
So that might be.
maybe not as obvious as you and I think, huh?
I think so.
Sitting up here in our throne, casting puzzle stones.
Puzzle Sharks again. Yeah, they're making a lot of progress.
Yep.
It is going to be time for them to start shape sorting and then running through each piece and trying to find those last little missing pieces at home.
Yeah, those flamingo legs, I think, are deceptively hard. I've seen quite a few people struggle with
Yep.
finishing those. I mean, it looks like they'd be pretty obvious, but it doesn't look like it's as obvious.
And again, thanks to this AV team, they're doing such a great job on getting these like really close and crisp shots. The Avenue in Portland, Google it, it
Yeah,
pops up
and
pretty
Pomegranate,
quickly.
they sponsor the event and this puzzle. So if you're wanting to try this puzzle yourself, Go to pomegranate.com and check it out,
Yep.
along with all their other puzzles.
And second
Really-
shout out to Pomegranate for doing all the design work for Portland Jigsaw Masters. They did such a great job. All the branding's fun. The little smiley face in the PJM is cute.
Yeah,
They did
it's
it really good.
Yeah, it's cute.
And of course, shout out to Portland Puzzle Company for the owners of that also own Portland Jigsaw Masters, and for sponsoring or for putting on this event
Oh
and
yeah, let's check
sponsoring
in
it with
with
their puzzles.
We Come in Pieces. Looks like they shape sorted. They're making some progress. I don't know. They still have a lot left with only 17 minutes to go. I don't know that they'll finish.
Yeah, I think they need to start putting sections together so they
Mm-hmm.
can count as completed pieces of the puzzle.
Looks like they're just chatting and having a good time though. So good for them.
Yeah.
I think from talking to Joyce, I believe she just met the rest of her team online, and that's how they kind of came together. And I know they met last night, so just getting to know each other.
That's what makes puzzling fun, is you can just find a few other puzzle friends, form a team, and compete.
Over a shared love of puzzling. So here's a nice shot. You can still see quite a few teams working with 16 minutes to go.
I love those green jumpsuits. They just jump out. It's
Yeah, I
cool.
know. They're so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of fun.
Okay, we're getting ready to come up on the 15-minute mark, but keep in mind, 3 or more pieces together count. So as you get closer, you might want to consider that. Okay, about a little over 15 minutes to go.
Thank
Wink,
you.
wink, nod,
Yeah.
nod. Giving
Yeah.
a little bit of a hint there.
Lane
was
dropping
Lane.
some knowledge and some tips for the
Maybe
the
some
puzzlers.
tips and tricks to some of the teams that are not going to finish before the time is up.
I would say Puzzle Sharks does not need that help because it looks like they're gonna finish. They're coming through these last little bits.
Here's Puzzle and Fun.
Yeah, they did a good job rotating the puzzle there.
Yeah.
Um,
Saw them shift it to where the empty side is right next to all the pieces.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's real smart. That's actually where the zigzag table would be.
Oh,
You just
absolutely.
flip
Yeah,
it
you
around
could
to
just
where
flip
you
it
are.
around.
I don't know. I guess your pieces would still be in the same spot though. That wouldn't really work because your pieces are on the table too. Well, we've been doing
I
this
knew
for
you
a
were
long
going.
time.
You
Yeah.
tried.
We've got Squirrely Puzzling over here. Looks like they're kind of moving to, okay, let's, oh, what are they
Moving
doing?
around helps a lot if you get
Yes.
stuck. So they just swap and someone's going to take a new spot. They might see something that the other person was maybe missing. So being able to be nimble, talk with your team and figure out that, hey, I'm a little stuck here. I need to move somewhere else and get some momentum.
Yep. And I can't tell if she's shape sorting or she's trying to start to put together pieces of 3.
I think that we're back to Puzzle Sharks and they are just about to finish. Oh, they have that one flamingo piece. That's probably a missing piece. I
The pink.
can't imagine. Yeah.
I don't know how you would not have. Oh,
Oh, it looked like they were going to put it
I
in.
know. Fake out. So close. So
That's what we
close.
get for just watching. I just want that last piece to find its home. Yeah, this is the really exciting part, coming back to the end. And it looks like
They're.
oh, they had an extra piece.
They have an
and
extra
missing
piece,
a piece.
and a missing piece. And that does happen. So, we heard at the beginning talk about if you. Oh! Somehow found it. So that's Puzzle Sharks, Portland team. And we heard at the beginning if you can't find a piece, you get 10 seconds to look for it. If you don't find it within the 10 seconds, then that is just added to your time. But, the reality is puzzles do come with missing pieces sometimes. That
They
just
do.
happens. It can happen when you're bagging the puzzles. The manufacturer It doesn't happen that often, but it does happen. I mean, we've experienced it. I'm sure if you've done enough puzzles straight out of the box, you've experienced it before. So it can happen, and so you don't want to penalize too much, but you definitely, you have to have some penalty so people are careful as they're opening. And there we have maybe a missing piece as well. That's Puzzle and Fun. They just finished as well. And now joining us is that team. They got up here so fast, they're probably still shaking.
Hello,
got the
Puzzle
adrenaline
Sharks.
going. We have Puzzle Sharks, local team. And tell us, how was that?
That was a really tough puzzle.
Yeah, it was.
The first one was a delight. The first one was a delight. It was super fun. We're used to doing Portland Puzzle Company, so we nailed it. The photo was beautiful. The second one was brutal.
Just got a little slow at the end with the background and the leaves, trying to get the rest of that done. It was really
Walk us through what you thought when you first opened that second puzzle. Or did you divide and conquer, or was everyone just staring at each other?
we just sorted immediately. It was a little tricky with some similar colors in there. The flamingos, it's like, oh, you think there's a light flamingo? No, they all have light colors on them. So, but we just had one person sorting, one person kind of doing edges, and us putting everything together as we went.
So you mentioned that you do a lot of Portland puzzles together.
Yeah.
Do you typically do 500 piece, 1,000 piece? What is there a specific piece count?
So we have done like 250 to 500 piece puzzles consistently. We've been a group for like 2-3 months now.
Okay.
I want to
Nice.
say. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, April-ish, but I don't remember when we started puzzling. But yeah, we each kind of we each have like great little gifts that we bring to it. But yeah, as far as like piece count, we kind of try and practice a lot of different ones. Portland Puzzling Company, we've been doing some pomegranate, Ravensburger.
Yeah. So we kind of jumped right in and didn't give you a chance to introduce yourselves. So would you like to introduce yourselves to everyone?
Yeah, I am Davey. Yay.
I'm JD.
My name is Maggie.
And Marissa.
Awesome. Yeah.
And the two of us were a pair,
Yes.
and the two of them were a pair,
I
and
was
we
gonna
just
say
we
we-
paired up
Yeah.
after meeting at pairs night.
Yeah.
Yes, we were Portland Puzzle Company competition, and Marissa and I were out to look for teammates. And they finished right after us, and so we were like, hello. And it worked out
You want
great.
to team up with us?
Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah, and we did see y'all in the duos and also in the individuals, I believe. Yeah.
Marissa's going to the finals tomorrow.
So we'll see you
Nice.
tomorrow in the
Congrats. Good luck.
finals. Yeah. It's exciting.
Made finals
For
we
the
both
duo,
made
yeah.
finals for duos,
Yes,
so we're
so
gonna
it's-
face off.
And that should be
tomorrow
really
as well.
exciting tomorrow. So yeah, we've seen that almost in every team is the teams are then competing against each other in the duos tomorrow in the finals.
Yeah.
Not our
Yeah.
first time competing against each other.
Yeah, super fun. And so how do you prepare for a competition like this? Just practice? Do you practice or do you just go to the competitions each week?
Yeah, going to the competitions each week gave us a lot of experience with Portland Puzzling Company puzzles. But then we met up and did some pomegranates and did a lot of puzzles on our own too.
JD also came to our group with a spreadsheet that we all compete on separately, which I think is massively helpful to competing because we can then say, like, share puzzles each week, go home and compete against each other, which is really helpful.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, there may be some graphs involved. We can trend our times over time. Yeah,
You're a
yeah.
man after my own heart.
Yeah.
I love my spreadsheets and
So
charts.
we can see like the puzzle that I did in January. I retried it and got a better time. You can see
Love
your
it.
progress. It's motivating.
Yes.
I think.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So for anyone who may be watching and hasn't participated in speed puzzling yet, but maybe thinking, oh, I want to try that, is there anything you would say to them to kind of get started?
Most people have a timer on their phone nowadays. Just do it. I've done puzzles my entire life, like most people here. JD has been watching speed puzzling, and he was like, have you ever timed yourself? And in January, I was like, no. And it was like, let's do this. And then like 2 weeks later, he was like, there's Portland Puzzling Company. Let's go compete. And I was like, okay, sure, why not? So if you're at home, like, maybe I can do that. give it a try. There's no harm in it. So yeah, most cities now have like little local groups you can find. There's so many great places out there, including Portland Puzzling Company. That shout out to them.
Great advice.
Yeah.
And I would say even if you're not like I'm the slowest of our group, even if you're not like crushing it's just fun to do. The atmosphere is really fun. The people you meet are really fun. All the puzzlers I've met who've like flown in from out of the country are like super cool.
Also, JD says he's the slowest, but he's pretty integral to the team. He's super strategic. He always goes into it with a game plan. It's great to have somebody sorting things, calling out what to do next, and he's still a very good asset.
I wasn't trying to fish for compliments, but thank you.
You don't have to.
Yeah. No, I think
we're definitely faster as a team than individually. You know.
Y'all sound like a good team. It's cute.
I was just going to say, for anyone who hasn't tried it yet, I actually was talking to a photographer who was working here earlier today because she had never done it. And I was like, do it with a team. I think it's so much funner. Individual is intense.
Yeah.
And I think if I would have started speed puzzling as an individual, I would have never come back to it. It's really hard. But as a team, it's just so nice because you can say, ooh, I'm struggling with this sky. And someone goes, okay, I'll start doing that. Or, hey, I'm collecting the flowers. And then somebody starts passing you the pieces. It's super fun on a team.
Well, and I do think every team we've talked to, there's different people with different strengths that they bring to the team. And so you may say what you do isn't as integral, but it actually is, and it contributes to making the whole team stronger. You know, one person may be a borders or edge person, another may be a pattern, another may be a solids, ingredients, and all those come together to make it a better team.
Also, if you're local in Portland, there is a really good chance that you can jump in on a team on any of the nights that you go. It happens every week, so it's pretty casual. So if someone's down a person, like I think most teams wouldn't care if an extra person jumped in on their team. And on pairs night, there's an individual competition, so if you couldn't find a mate, but chances are really high that you could just pair up with anybody.
Awesome.
Cool. No, it sounds great, and congratulations. That's fun to watch.
Yeah. Thanks. Yep.
You guys have been killing it on the live stream.
Oh,
I
thanks.
watched this morning and I was like, this is amazing. I love it. So
Thank you so much. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Good luck.
Good luck.
Congratulations
Yep.
today. All right, we've got just a little over 5 minutes left.
It's coming down. I
5
think while we
minutes
were
to go.
talking to the Sharks, there was one team that finished. I think
Puzzle and Fun.
Puzzle and Fun.
Yeah, Puzzle and
Aw.
Fun finished 52 seconds behind. So Allison, Soren, Leslie, and Stacy.
We're coming up on almost twice as slow as the finishers. So it's just crazy to think.
Yeah.
The first place finishers. So they finished in hour 14.
Yeah.
And anyone finishing in the next after 2:28.
Yeah.
Twice as long. That's crazy.
Oh, Pips
Practice
and,
makes
Pips
perfect.
and Woes, they looked like they're done.
Okay, guys, we got about 4 minutes to go, and it looks like piece counts are going to be extremely important here. So when you finish, we're going to come by and count. We got to separate the twos and the ones, and then we're going to count those. So it might take a few minutes, so bear with us, but you still have 3 minutes to go. So we'll see you in a bit.
3 minutes. Anything can happen.
Yep, and you just heard from Lane. It is going to take them a while to finish counting all of the individual pieces. We are not going to stick around for the count and announce all of the places, but you will be able to go to Portland Jigsaw Masters if you want to go and check out where all the teams finished and what all the results are.
Yep. Or you can scan the QR code, and at the top there's a link to the Portland Jigsaw Masters as well too.
So a couple of ways to find it. So you can see quite a few teams remaining.
Oh, that one, this team in the lower right, they're
Oh yeah,
close to finishing.
it looks like they are pretty close to finishing. Let's see, that is Queens of Peace, I think. Or Queens of Pieces. Is that
Yeah, I
what
think
it
you're
is?
right.
Table 23. I think. My handy dandy spreadsheet. Yeah, so that is Leah and Rose Robbins. We saw them a little bit earlier. They're not on the camera right now, but we did see them a little bit earlier in the duo competition. So that's
Pips
a
and Woes
mother-daughter.
is breaking out the Dutch brothers, and they're just
Getting
hanging
all
out.
the caffeine they can.
Peacemakers.
Peacemakers.
I love this shirt.
Yeah.
Puzzle and caffeine is life.
It's like a pacemaker. You get
It's
it?
life.
No, did you?
Oh, it's a pacemaker?
Did you get it?
No.
It's like with the heart rate.
Is that what it's supposed to be?
I
A
think
pacemaker?
So. No, with peacemakers is a play on pacemakers with the heart rate and everything.
Okay, thank you.
I think.
I was slow on
Yeah,
that one. Thank you.
It's okay. Hey, we both have our strengths and weaknesses.
You're killing me on the puns today.
I don't know. You've been coming up with some good ones of your own. All right. Just under 2 minutes left. Yeah, and here's the team that I was mentioning. I don't know. I don't think they're going to finish. They might. It's going to be real tight.
Yeah, they need to start breaking off and just
Yeah.
getting chunks of 3 together.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be real close. Yeah, it's going to be close. And you know who's actually filling in on their team is Rob's daughter.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so she's actually a fill-in, and she's filling in on their team.
Yep, and that's Rob Shields' daughter.
Yeah, who is the co-commentator for the other live streams. You can see her. She's in the bottom right of the corner. So she has she's also into speed puzzling.
Yes.
Runs in the family. Rob and his wife Rachel are on a team. Got squirrely puzzling. Just under a minute to go. I don't know if we're gonna have any more finishes. Might stop at 9. That might be it for today.
Coming down to the wire. Oh, I think there is one team that might finish. We got our mobile camera coming in for this last minute.
And that is, let's see who that is.
Oh, they're
Oh, that's
close.
squirrely.
I don't
Okay,
think they're
guys,
gonna make
here
it.
we're coming down to the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
Oh, they were so close. So close. Oh,
Awesome.
I think they will be 10th though.
Very
with that
good.
few pieces left.
All
I
right.
think they will
Now
be
we're going to
10th.
be coming by. Let's separate the 2s and the 1s, and we are going to start the count. It's going to take us a few minutes, so bear with us, and then we'll be able to put the scores up on the spreadsheet.
So this was this was the team's final. Tomorrow we'll be back at it with starting with the duo finals in the morning. That should be such an exciting event. I mean, the heat today, the preliminaries, we had the top 3 teams finishing within 40 seconds of each other. And then we also have some really strong teams from Heat 1 on Friday. So I think that is going to be such a fun event, kicking off at 9:15 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow morning. And then we have the individual finals at 11:55 a.m. Pacific time right after. We have a lot of really great competitors to watch. Exciting stuff.
Oh, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Puzzling all day. And Rob will be back. So
I will be gone.
unfortunately, Brian will be kicked out of the commentating seat. But thank you so much for joining. It's been
Of
so
course.
much fun
Thanks for having me.
to commentate with you. And to all of you out there, thanks for joining us and happy puzzling.
Happy puzzling.